live? I feel like we're not live.
You right.
Girl.
All right. Y'all, this whole time I thought we was live. We wasn't live. But we live now. So let me try that again. So welcome everybody to our tier ranking of Black cinema villains. Y'all know what the title is. I just called it anything. As y'all can see, we have our host here, our co-host, Nikki from A Night of Horror. Welcome, Nikki.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Because girl, I was seeing like your whole intro was going. I'm like, baby, we not live.
Listen, I was practicing. I was practicing. I was practicing. You know what? But it's okay. It's okay. You know, we got it. You know, players mess up too. Players mess up too. You guys, we already did a tier ranking like once upon a time of like classic Black films. And I got some heat for my opinions. So I don't expect this to be any different. If you guys are not familiar with Nikki, her channel, she is the queen of horror over here. All that stuff that y'all be recommending to me that y'all know I'm not gonna watch, she gonna watch it. She gonna watch it. So go over to her channel, subscribe to her channel. So Nikki, how are you feeling about tonight? How are you feeling about our villains?
You know what? This is going to be a fun experience because my subs know when I do a tier list ranking, we're going to be here for 3 hours. Like it's going to be a massive ranking. So this is going to be fun for me to like scale it back. We're just hitting the top notorious villains because I was like, baby, we could cook up a lot of villains if y'all need us to. Like,
yes. Listen, and this list is not all inclusive. So before let me put that disclaimer in here. I should have made a banner. Let me put this disclaimer. This list is not all inclusive. So for y'all that's gonna be in the comments, well, where's such and such? Where's such and such? Such and such might not be on here. Okay. I had 30 some odd that came to my brain, and Patreon helped me with a couple more, and that's what I got. So this could be the opportunity to do a part 2 at some point in time. But this is what we got so far. All right. So
I will be here for a part 2.
Come on, listen. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm very much excited. So we're gonna go ahead and first of all, shout out to the Cut Up crew. Welcome, y'all. Y'all probably not surprised that the live didn't start on time and that I didn't hit the live button because y'all know that's just what I do. I don't. So y'all should not be surprised for my shenaniganery. But welcome Dominic, welcome A Light 33, Mantastic 81, Tex Boar, Amy the Cheshire Cat, Tony T. Okay, I see you, Tony T over here. Ronald. I hate rednecks 87. By the way, while I have you here, I love your username. Let me just say that. Shout out to everybody. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with our first villain. Now, Nikki is not aware of this, but I made some little intros for our villains. So we can get like a little sneak peek, yes, of like why they may have possibly made our list. And I'm actually gonna start with probably the most controversial one on this list. Nikki even called me out about it, but I don't care. When we get to it, I'm gonna stand on it. So let's go ahead and get into our first villain.
Long live the king. Will your mother think?
What am I gonna do?
Run away, Simba. Run away and never return. Kill him.
Because I said, baby, right. I'm not black. I said, he a lion. And the actor is white. She said, he in Africa. He making the list.
Period. Listen, y'all. Let me tell you how my brain works. When I see animated films, my brain can't process that it's a talking animal. My brain it won't accept that. So my brain looks at animation just like how Beauty and the Beast, when the curse was broken and all the inanimate objects like became like human, that's what my brain sees. So when I hear in The Lion King, I see African folks. I don't they're in sub-Saharan Africa, they're lions. I don't care. So Scar. Our boy Scar. What are your thoughts, Nikki, on Scar?
Well, I have not seen Lion King since I was a really little girl.
Okay, I was going to say like at all. I want to say now. Hold on now.
No, I saw it as a little girl,
Mm-hmm.
but I have never seen like Lion King all the way through. Like
Mm-hmm.
my cousins would watch it, I would catch some of it. I was not a cartoon girl. I was always morbid. I was watching horror as a little kid. So I've never
Mm-hmm.
like fully watched The Lion King, but
Mm-hmm.
I do know he diabolical. He
Period.
killed his own brother. He made his little young do you call tigers pups? Made the little baby nephew
Look up, look up.
Cubs made the little baby nephew think he killed his own dad. So I know the gist of why he's a villain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's all you need to know. That's it. That's it. I agree. I feel like Scar is also diabolical because listen, how you gonna gaslight your little baby nephew into thinking he was responsible for his father's death, all the while you killed him? And
Right.
now with this new Scar movie, this prequel, if you will, now they're
There's a
trying
prequel?
to, yes, yes. And now they're trying to basically, yes, you're Mr. Lebowski. Scar is black. Okay, he's African. Okay, Kenyan probably. I don't know, wherever lions are indigenous. So yes. But in this prequel, they basically have Scar. Y'all, okay, I don't know if y'all seen the trailer, but it's basically trying to say that Scar is like the rightful heir apparent to like the throne, and Mufasa was adopted. Right. Don't do that. Don't try to make me feel bad for Scar now because no, he's diabolical. So, um, Chad, what y'all think? What category are y'all putting Scar? Is he innocent? Is he just a hater? Because that's possible. Was his behavior justified? Ronald, listen, that irrelevant. Irrelevant. I don't care about none of that.
That's what I told her,
I
Ronald.
don't
But
care,
she
I
said it's
don't
her
care about
world.
none of that.
We just living in it.
Yeah, period. I don't care about none of that. Listen, some lions are born evil. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. And yes, R.I.P. James Earl Jones. Absolutely. I agree. You say the live action films don't count? I mean, you might be right about that. So what say you, chat? Diabolical? Not diabolical. Where we at? Unjustified? POS
Oh,
category? Yes, listen. I wish we had it. Hold on. Tony T said just a hater. You think our Scar was just a hater? I don't know. Come on. Diabolical. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of diabolical. So we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Scar is officially diabolical. All right, perfect. So now I want to get that out the way because I knew some of y'all was gonna be like, Scar is not black. Hush, he is. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and get to our next
no,
villain.
wait, I can't get to rank him on my tier
Oh my
list.
God, girl! Listen, go, go. I told you I'm rogue. Go ahead. I am rogue. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. So you have to put mine on the screen so they can see my
You right?
tiers. So mine are a little different. I didn't give anybody justified behavior. I'm not scared. Player haters degree. Y'all remember when we used to say people had a PhD, a player haters degree. I'm getting shook. Shiesty McNasty, and it be on people. And Scar is gonna have to go into it be on people.
Mm-hmm.
Literally killed his own brother. He literally destroyed the Pride Lands. Like he destroyed the whole. Did all the lions die off and the hyenas took over the land or something like that?
Yeah, it was getting real scarce.
Yeah, it be on people. So yeah, he going at the top. Okay, even though I gotta play by the rules and say he black, it be on people when it comes to the lions.
Period. Because listen, even within the lion community, if you will, in the wild, it really do be your own people, because they really will attack people in the pride, and it's a whole thing. So it really it fits. I agree. I love it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anybody else got any other? Listen. Somebody said Scar was messy boots. Here and was. All right, I'm glad I didn't get too much pushback about Scar. See, when you think about it, when you really deep it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next villain. Our next villain on the list is going to be. I ain't gonna tell you. I'm just gonna show y'all the clip. I'm just gonna show y'all the clip. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Okay. Also, too, I had to speed up the clips because y'all know how YouTube is with copyright. And in order for this live not to get shut down and for me to play these clips, I had to speed it up. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of fast. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear the people, but you'll get the gist. So let's go ahead and go to our next villain.
Mad dogs. Shit! You know what? You fuck with the wrong one.
Yes, that is our girl Brandy from Thin Line Between Love and Hate. All right, actually, Nikki, I'm gonna put yours back up here. I'm gonna let you start. So where
Now
would
hold
you?
on. Are we saying Brandy is a villain?
This is the conversation. This is the
Oh
conversation we're
hell!
having.
I thought we were saying Martin was the
This is the
Danny is
conversation.
I don't have a tier appropriate for Brandy. Brandy is a victim.
Okay.
Brandy is a victim. That lady was minding her own business. She was minding her
Mm-hmm.
own business, naive, as Scrappy likes to say. And she told that man, she kept giving him warnings and warnings. And he said, I love you. He was playing with that lady. She is a
Mm-hmm.
victim. And I don't have a tier for a victim. So I'm going to just put her at the very bottom and I'm not scared because baby was minding her own business. She is a victim. She is nowhere near the villain. Nope, not at all. And I felt that way since little child. Like I'm like, how the hell are y'all framing this movie that Brandy is crazy and she need to be locked up and gotta no, Brandy was minding her business, living her rich life by herself.
Right. Okay. Okay. Love it. Okay. So I'm not scared for Brandy. Now, for me, I agree. I would have to agree. And for me, Brandy is 1000% gonna go into my I don't even know where she on my thing. Now for me, justified behavior. I'm gonna say
Yes.
justified behavior. And I agree for the same reasons that you said. You know, Darnell was really out here talking about I love you when she begged and pleaded. That man even showed up to her job, pretended to buy a mansion just to ask her on a date. The whole time he was in love with what was the other girl name? I can't even remember. Regina King's character. All the time he was in love with her. So yeah, I'm definitely going with justified behavior.
Because I
Uh,
mean, Darnell was literally doing all this just to have sex with this lady. Like
right.
that's so diabolical and disgusting. You could go hook up with any willing participant, but you had to go prey on this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's just such disgusting behavior. Like I know he got to be on this list. Where he at?
Right. Darnell is definitely on this list, but listen, I had to put her on here because according to the writing of the film, she is supposed to be our villain. And so because of that, I'm like, well, let me put her on the list because, I think that's the conversation to be had because sometimes we will have characters that are supposed to be our villain, but then when we get into the story, we just like, no, it's not giving villain. She's really probably the victim. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, Mia. That was her name. He listen, he brought it out. He did. She was sweet. You know what I'm saying? She was bougie. Okay, wait, I don't know if she was sweet. She was kind
She
of a
didn't
pick
have
me
to
a
be
little bit.
sweet. She was minding her business.
She was. She was. Yes, listen. Martin brought out the crazy. Period. And did. Yes, honey. All right. Agreed. Hey, Emma. All right. So now we didn't see any dissension in the comments, which I'm surprised because on my reaction to this movie, folks was like, Donnell wasn't a villain, whatever, and
That's
was.
he was psychotic and sick.
Not psychotic and sick.
Because you're literally preying on this woman
Mm-hmm.
just to get between her legs and to go in her kitchen and brag to Bobby Brown about your conquest. No, he should have got a worse comeuppance, and he didn't deserve to end up with Regina King, if you ask me. But hey,
You right. You right. He did do all of it just to prove that I'm the man. I'm the
right.
man. You right. He did. Okay. See, I'm glad it ain't just me. You know what I'm saying? Vindication. All right. Now this next one, I think might be a little bit of a discussion to be had because this next villain could probably fit into a couple 2-3 categories possibly. But let's see.
Just take your broke ass home. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and get back to work.
Hey, who the fuck is this?
My money.
All right, bro.
All right. So for those of you who do not know, that was Luther from Set It Off. Now, I'm gonna say what I gotta say about Luther, okay? Little Luther. To me, okay. So Luther to me was just a bad guy. He was just a bad guy. Like he was an asshole for sure. Like he was being mean to TT. He wanted to dock her pay. She had to bring the baby. Luther was kind of short on the checks, all of that. But also too, he found a bag of money. I'm sure Luther didn't want to be at Luther Janitorial Services all the time either. And so if I come across a bag of money, I'm not going to assume it's my employees that didn't put it there. So I don't think he was intentional. So it wasn't like enough to be diabolical. And they ran up on him in the middle of him having sex with a prostitute. I'm assuming she was. So for
No, why
me,
you assuming that later was a prostitute?
no, because they was at the Mosey Wozy. They was at like the what's it called, the Motel 6. So no offense if you enjoy the Motel 6, but nights in or whatever, and it was given prostitute. But for me, Luther is just a bad guy. All right. What say you, Nikki?
Um, I agree with the person in the comments who said they don't like somebody that's like a hole for no reason, attitude for no reason, mean for no reason. First of all, baby, you stole our money. Second of all, you own the company and you could be a little nicer, a little more understanding when it comes to your employees. I mean, the women came, they showed up, they did the job. Yes, my little baby got to come with me, but we're trying to do the best we can. I just feel like you could work with people. He had a nasty attitude, but we have seen worse. So I am going to put him in player haters degree.
Come on. Gotta
And he
keep
wasn't even a smart villain. Somebody in the comments said he was an idiot, and he very much wasn't smart.
Yeah, he wasn't. Like, because how do you do all that and then you turn around and go to the hotel and buy watches and all this other stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know
I'm
that
mad.
money ain't getting it just appear in the vent. Like God ain't put that money in the vent for you.
Right. But we knew he wasn't gonna turn it in. He wasn't gonna turn it in. So Luther, yeah, he was something else. What y'all say about Luther over here in the comments? Agree? A hater and a bad guy, pretty much. Um, Surprise, Nate. Okay, so here's the thing about Nate.
Now hold on, who is Nate?
So Nate was oh my god, what was Jada Pinkett's character's name?
The one she
Stone.
slept with for the money so her brother could go to
Yeah,
college.
yeah,
Ooh, we
yeah.
should have shot him on our way out of town.
But listen, she was in a bind.
What? Hold on now. I know you finna take up for him. Nate is disgusting. He diabolical. He a villain. He nasty. And I want a refund. Give me my little cootie cat back. My brother dead.
Listen, Nate, listen. Nate ended up giving her the money, I guess. And she had to do a little something strange for a little piece of change.
No,
Um,
the views expressed by Sister Girl on film is not the views of me. Our station does not agree.
listen, Listen, y'all, listen. I'm in the bind, Nate. Maybe next time, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, my point is that I don't think he was in the movie enough to really like be like villain behavior. You know,
You
that was
saw
her.
his sweaty, nasty body. He was in there enough to be a villain.
He helped her. They was in a
What?
bind.
You
He
know
gave
what?
her money.
Not he helped her.
Listen, I'm
It
in the
ain't enough
bind.
showers in the world. It ain't enough love for my little brother in the world. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm sorry. Look, I'm in the bind, Nate. Um, let me see. All right, so I feel like all of y'all agree with. I forgot who was talking about Luther. So Luther was the bad guy for sure. You know what can you do? And then he got his hair pressed out. He was doing the most. Come on, didn't even go and get a perm. What are we doing, sir? All right, all right. Our next villain up. All right, Nikki, you gonna get to plead your case on this one.
I love you.
Mm, mm, mm. Darnell. Darnell. See, he was on there. He was on there. So, Nikki, what say you? What say you? Let me put yours back up here.
Look, if you are so desperate to be a man that you gotta lie, connive, sneak to sleep with a woman and say I love you, you a low down dirt behind scum villain. Okay. And his little Darnell little skinny ass wasn't even worth all the trouble he caused. No way. That is diabolical behavior to another level. And okay, look, this is my opinion. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it ain't real consent if you lying. Like if you're getting he's getting Brandy to consent to have sex with him under false pretense. That's not real consent. I do not like him. I have always been so disgusted by a thin line between love and hate. That behavior was not acceptable. And to flip it to make him the victim and Brandy the I hope they lock her up. What he said at the end with his little dumbass voiceover, do something for that cold heart. She was fine. They need to lock you up and do something about you and your little burning loins that's going around running up and through, laying it low and spreading it wide.
Come
No, he's
on.
diabolical. And I am going to put Darnell in Shiesty McNasty.
Oh, come on, Shiesty McNasty. Shiesty
I ain't
McNasty.
never had to lie to get nobody to lay down with me. That's disgusting behavior.
Period. Period. Listen. For me, I definitely feel like Darnell is diabolical. Diabolical. He would have just been the bad guy, but because of his behavior, Brandy showed up at his mama house. So his mama was getting ready to fight. He done got Mia kidnapped. Well, she didn't get kidnapped, but got her snatched up, almost killed. He sent Brandy back down a spiral because I'm sure she had been doing the work in therapy already. I'm sure she was a healed woman because this wasn't her first rodeo.
She
This
was
was her.
done with relationships and love. She was minding her business. And Della Reese should have raised a better son. Like, I got no sympathy for nobody on that side. I don't.
Come on, come on. What? Wait, what was that one song? How it go? First thing I want to cuss your mama out because she raised you something wrong.
No, because your mama should have beat your ass.
There you go.
So now Brittany came along and had to do it.
Listen, what song was I singing? What was that?
I know what song it is.
Listen, yeah. Della Reese, rest in peace. But your character did not do a very good job with your son. Then he had the nerve to be a mama's boy.
They be the main ones. Okay, let me stop. But they be the main ones. but let Earl from down the road come lie to his mama and lay up
Come
in her
on,
and say I love you and run down. He be ready to fight. He be ready
come
to fight
on,
old Earl.
not Earl. Not Earl down the road. Come on, listen. All right. Shout out to everybody on the live. So far, y'all are agreeing with us here. Y'all are agreeing with us. I love this. Brandy was the anti-hero, not a villain, but Darnell, not totally bad
Not
either.
totally bad.
I said I loved it before I read the whole sentence. He was definitely. I mean, did Brandy take it too far? Yeah, I
No,
mean, no.
no, no. Absolutely not. You know what my mom used to tell me when I was a little kid? We do not get to pick and choose the consequences to our actions. Nope, she did not go too far. You do not get
Mm,
to say, "Oh, this was too extreme for what I did." Nope, you don't. We do not get to pick and choose the consequences to our actions. Darnell was manipulative. He was a
mm,
liar. He was diabolical. I feel like he
mhm.
went brushing his tongue at night.
No, wait
No,
a
she
minute.
did exactly what she needed to do.
Now wait a minute now. Not brushing his tongue. Now wait a minute. I feel like, oh, okay, listen now. Darnell's nasty ass is diabolical.
That's
Period.
right,
It
see.
is.
Thank you.
And there's now okay, now let's see here. Now Brandy most definitely had issues about herself she needs to work on, but you can't say that she didn't warn Darnell a handful of times. This is why women say men make them crazy. Okay, listen. It's a thin line between love. Listen to the song. All right, awesome. I love it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to our next. All right, before let me go ahead and hit this right quick. Make sure you hit the like button on this live. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. I'm having a good time. Make sure y'all have something to eat, something to drink. I got me some wings over here. I'm gonna start eating here in a minute. But we having a good time. All right. So let's go ahead and get into. Matter of fact, Nikki, is there a particular villain you would like for us to discuss?
I'm just here for all of them, but you know what? We could get to Killmonger because that's a villain that I'm on their side. I'm on their
Okay.
side a bit. Like we ain't have to do we ain't have to do the folks like we did then. We ain't have to do Black Panther like that. But that's a villain that I might ride for Killmonger.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's check out a quick little highlight of our boy Killmonger.
Into Dhaka. Found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. You ain't the son of a king, you a son of a murderer. We have see son. Lies. I'm afraid not, Queen Mother. What? You? Hey, auntie.
That hey
Hey
auntie,
auntie.
hey auntie. Killmonger. Listen, Nikki, let me get your list up here. Let me get your list up here. All right, where you at with our boy Killmonger?
Now look. They say the road to hell was paved with good intentions. Now, I'm
Mm,
not saying everything he did was just and right, but he's one of those villains where, like, their motivations, it starts to make a little sense to you in the audience. Like, you know what? I
mm,
completely get where you coming from, Killmonger. And my dad had them paws put on him. Okay, like I've been watching a lot of Love and Hip Hop, so all the scrappy little lingo is just in my head. But he had them paws put on him. Killmonger say your daddy is a murderer, and
mhm,
I have to say I might be in the minority, but baby, Michael B. Jordan cannot act. He does a lot of overacting, but I think he actually did pretty good as Killmonger. I liked his whole swagger, his whole like aura and demeanor as Killmonger. It worked so freaking well. And of course, it's always a great villain when they hit you with a classic line. When Baby said, "Throw me in the ocean with my ancestors who knew that death was better than bondage," that's going down as one of the greatest lines in cinematic history. Okay.
mhm.
Killmonger, though, as much as I like him, he got to go in and be your own people because you ain't have to come up here and take us all down like you did. Like, come on, baby.
Oh
But
my God.
he was calculating, he was smart, and I'm personally one of those people who love a villainous character. I love a villain with some style. He
Mm-hmm.
definitely had all of that going on. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it was a bit contrived that he lost. I feel like he should have won. Like he should, at the end of the movie, he should have won, and he should have been Black Panther for the rest of the sequels because the way it was going, how smart he was, how good he was with that fight, I saw him coming out on top. But you know, it's a movie, so the movie got a movie.
Right, right. We got to have especially a Marvel. Now they couldn't let Black Panther lose to Charlie.
Right.
But it do be your own people. It do be your own people. Now for me, Killmonger, justified behavior. I'm sorry. To me, it was justified behavior. Listen, first of all, his daddy had to be. Oh, let me get mine up here. His daddy was murdered. Okay, by his uncle. But then also watching it as a Black American, I was like, Amen, hallelujah, the whole time he was speaking. Cause I was like, yeah, where were the Wakandans when slavery was happening? What happened? Y'all didn't see them boats? Y'all got all this technology, did nobody see a boat? Y'all didn't want to come to the sugarcane plantations and do nothing? Y'all send little operatives, to Oakland, but and not really. That was like a rogue mission. So I feel like, yes, Killmonger, be the representation of not just Black Americans, but those of us who are the descendants of those who are enslaved. So justified behavior. The Wakandans needed to learn a lesson. Now,
They
did
did.
he need to destroy all the herbs?
Right.
No, no.
But they shouldn't have left that little baby. Why his people ain't come get him and bring him on home when his daddy was dead?
Listen, they knew what they did to that man. They knew what they did. So listen, I feel like justified behavior. I think in the comic books, I don't know about them, but I hear that Killmonger was the Black Panther at some point in time. I could
Oh,
be
he
wrong.
was.
I think so. If y'all know about the comic book, let me know in the comments. But I thought he was. Um, but yeah. So you said to be your own people, and I said justified behavior. All right, awesome. Let's see. I love that. Good old Killmonger. All right, let me see. Listen, I done got lost. Okay. All right. Oh, child. Now this next one, honey. This one might be a little hotly contested on our little villain scale here. Let's get to it.
Ah, there you go. You always there to pick up the pieces. You seen them two niggas I got downstairs? Well, I ain't got nothing. I love you, man. I got nothing, man.
Now that was Joshua from Jason's Lyric, which is a movie I absolutely hate.
Really?
Mm. Is hate the word? Is hate the word?
That's very interesting. I never saw
Mm.
Jason's Lyric because I thought it was just a love story, and that's not my ministry. And when I finally did see it, I was very happy I saw it. I actually really love that movie.
Okay. It's the acting. It's the acting and those terrible accents that they threw on, and it just takes away so much. I feel like they couldn't decide if they were in Louisiana, they was in Alabama, they was in Texas, and they was just like Southern accent.
You know
Southern
what?
accent.
As somebody who's Southern, it does irk me in movies when they make Southern people. I be like, what accent is that? Like, what the hell is y'all trying to say y'all from? So I'm with you on that. But I actually really liked it. Well, I haven't seen it in ages, but when I saw it, I really liked it.
Yeah, it's just heavy. It's heavy, and getting these clips together. It was when I noticed the accents. I don't think I noticed it when I was actively watching the movie because I've seen it a few times, but terrible.
Now,
Now,
who acting? Because Bokeem Woodbine is a legend.
oh yeah, not Bokeh. He
Okay.
gonna do it. He gonna do it, especially at the end when he was like, "I knew you was gonna show up. I knew it. You see them niggas I got downstairs." He was so excited. So he wanted acceptance so bad. Um, so for me, I would put Josh. Hmm. because it is the trauma. Somebody said something about he had the childhood trauma. He did have the trauma, and but also Jason too had the childhood trauma, and he didn't turn out that way. Um, all right, I'm gonna go with just a hater. He was just a hater. He was just a hater. So I'm gonna go with that. Child, let me go ahead. Listen, I'm toggling between these screens, so if y'all see that, my bad, y'all. All right, just the hate. Well, no, I'm sorry, y'all. He was the bad guy. He was the bad guy. I'm sorry. I can't justify him acting the way he did with on his trauma because Jason too had the trauma, but he ain't act like that. So Josh could have done better. He just chose not to. So he was acting like Mad Dog. So I'm gonna go with the bad guy. I had to change my mind. All right. All right. Nikki, what say you?
Yeah, I feel a little differently about Josh. I think that it's a classic scenario of siblings growing up in the same house and being affected differently and manifesting their trauma differently. I feel like, yes, him and his brother both went through that house, both went through that trauma, but it manifested differently in both of them. I
Mm-hmm.
think the villain that should be on here was who was that gang leader that the kid from Naughty by Nature played? That's the villain.
Oh, he
That's
on here.
who should be up here. But Josh, I feel like I don't have I was not factoring in the people that I'm gonna feel something for when I made my tears because I feel like Josh is unfortunately just a product of his environment, a product of not getting the mental help he needed. Like, we ain't talk about mental health and therapy and all that stuff back when he was what time period? Well, the movie was in the 90s.
Right.
But when he was growing up, I think that was growing up in what the 70s or the 80s, and then the movie when
Mm-hmm.
he was an adult coming out of prison was the 90s. He did not get the help he needed, and he definitely did a lot of manipulation when it came to his brother and the fact that his
Mm-hmm.
brother, shot the dad, and when it came to his mom. But I have empathy for him, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand people hurting people and saying, "Oh, but I was hurt. Oh, but my childhood was this." Oh, like that's not an excuse.
Right.
He did some terrible things. He started off wayward and then he just went all the way down to the depths of hell. I'm gonna have to put him in I'm getting shook because he did some diabolical stuff and
Mm-hmm.
the way he acted on that damn Ferris wheel, that was when he was getting into like he wayward, he that brother that you want your boyfriend to keep away from.
Mm-hmm.
But he hadn't really done anything bad when it came to them. But
Mm-hmm.
what didn't he bust somebody's head breaking into their car? Like
Yes.
he horrendous stuff to people. So he is a bad guy, but I do
Mm-hmm.
empathy for like childhood Josh.
Yeah. Okay. 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 So let me see
And
what the comments are saying.
shout out to DeMarcus. Thank you so much for the super sticker and the super chat saying Ronnie Mathis is a good villain. If anybody isn't familiar, Ronnie is unique brother from Raising Canaan. That is the love of my life.
I don't know
Great
these.
villainous character.
I don't know him. I don't know him. Okay. Shout out for the super chats. Listen. Okay. Let me see. And thank you for sharing that out. I'm still figuring out the back end over here. Yeah.
We gotta show love when we get the thank you so much, DeMarcus, for the super.
Yes. Period. So let's see. What are y'all saying over here in the chat? All right. About who are we talking about? We're talking about Josh. He really got jealous that his brother found someone to love and grow with. Why hold up Jada when she was so innocent? Oop, diabolical hater. He had mental issues for sure.
He was
Okay.
definitely a hater. Because
Yeah.
it's like that old saying, misery loves company. He wanted his brother to be in that town with him,
He
miserable.
did. He did. He didn't want to get on that bus.
Right.
I hate that movie. Let's see. He was looking for acceptance. Now, ain't like 33. Jason was fine. That ain't what we talking about. Alan Payne, yes, he was something. I ain't like that little taco meat on his chest, but you know, Alan Payne,
I'm
you
not a
know,
fan of chest hair either.
listen. And then he had that little raggedy accent. But yeah, Alan Payne, the actor. Yeah.
I wish they would have set the movie somewhere else, but yeah, the accents were bad. But
Yeah, they
I
could have
like
been
the movie.
they could have been Iowa or something, just like a
Or
non.
either hire actual Southern actors, like one or the other.
That probably would have been a better solution. Child, the folks. Look, if Joshua a bad guy, then Brett get text. Listen, I'm out of here. Listen. Hey, welcome, Ashley. Let's see. Under dysfunctional circumstance. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a lot. Um, but Jason didn't kill his father.
I could have sworn he did.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Because
yeah. It
ain't
was
that what
God.
Josh was always manipulating him with and holding over his head?
Yeah, because I think Josh had the gun pointed to him, and then yeah, it was kind of I can't remember y'all. Like I said, I ain't seen a
I
movie
can
like that.
barely remember, but I really think that was the manipulation and the stronghold that he had over his brother. I feel like when the gun was on the
Um,
ground, Josh picked it up, but I think it was Jason that actually got it and shot the dad.
yeah.
Because wasn't he having nightmares at night about
Mhm.
shooting his dad? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. Anybody else? He was a hot mess. He was. Now, this is a very, very true. He was institutionalized on top of his trauma. Very true. Y'all act like I should maybe move him from the bad guy. Huh?
No,
All
you
right.
should move because look, did he have trauma? Did he have an unfortunate start in life? Absolutely. But it's no excuse for killing people and busting heads wide open, breaking into cars and all that like other stuff that he was doing.
Right, right. It is. My word is child, child, and is. When I be trying to see our comments, that's how when I type it out, that's how I say it, child. So now when y'all read my comments, y'all know that's how I say it. Child. Let's see. Hey Peter. Jason turned back and accidentally shot his. Thank you.
Yeah, he
There you
didn't
go.
mean to shoot him, but yes, it
Right.
wasn't Josh.
I couldn't remember. Okay. All
Yeah, that's
right.
what Josh was always holding over him.
Yes. All right. All right. So how many we got? Two. All right. So I'm about to eat a wing right quick. So while I eat this wing, I want y'all to check out this lovely video and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you are enjoying this video so far and you want more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the Cut Up crew. We are a very welcoming bunch over here. Unless you get rude, then we will cut your ass. But other than that,
Come to death row.
Not come to death row.
period. Come to death row. Join the Cut Up crew. We be cutting up. Shout out to the Cut Up crew. Watching the live in the chat. Thank y'all for showing up. Shout out to the Knights. I don't know what your subscribers
Yeah,
are. Shout out to
my
the
crew.
Knights.
My
Listen,
crew.
come on. Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for supporting us. If you're not subscribed to Nikki's channel, please go over to A Night of Horror. Again, like I said in the intro that I didn't really say out because it wasn't live yet. She is the queen of horror. All that stuff that y'all be recommending that I should watch that y'all know I ain't gonna really watch for real. She will watch. Matter of fact, I see that she has scheduled. Is it a review of like a really, really disturbing film?
Yeah, it's a foreign horror film called Inside.
Mm-mm.
And of course, if you guys called Sister Girl last Saturday on my KillerCon, we're doing Tales from the Hood Tales from the Hood tomorrow. We're there every Saturday talking horror.
Yes. Come on. So go to her channel, y'all. Y'all be asking me to do more horror. Listen. That's
And if I could interject, we have Tex Vor in the comments saying, "What's the difference between Jason and Brandy got traumatized?" I think you might mean Josh. The difference is because I don't know why you want Brandy to be a villain so bad, but she could be a villain to you, baby. But Brandy was minding her biz naive. Brandy did not go out and inject herself and stalk nobody, and like she was not the aggressor of the situation. Josh was the aggressor in all them situations he found himself in. It's a
what.
difference between having trauma and having a cold heart and being a little messed up. But if I got all my trauma in my little mansion, minding my business, riding my horses, that's way different than preying on people. Darnell was preying on people. But hey, Darnell could be your hero, baby. It's okay. Well, we feel different. If that's who you look up to, it's okay.
Yes, yes. So, so the name of the subscribers, we unofficial. Well, no, we're officially now. The cut up crew. It's the subscribers, and the reason being is because we be cutting up. We cuts up in the comment section. We have a good time. Subscribers, they tend to be on the same vibe I'm on, and they get the foolishness that I get up, and we're a cut up. So yeah, for sure, definitely the cut up crew. Night of Horror is the name of the channel. Yes, that is Nikki's channel name, A Night of Horror. Absolutely. All right, 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 all right. All right. Someone actually mentioned Tales from the Hood. I think it was Emma. Emma, I think you just said Tales from the Hood. So let's go ahead and go to our next villain then.
Your little ass is mine. Oh, you gonna draw a picture of somebody, make them look like a monster? What, you think that shit is funny? Bitch! This shit ain't over yet, bitch.
I think it is.
I will never get over David Allen Greer saying, "Bitch, that lives rent free in my head."
Listen, David Allen Greer as a villain was never ever on a bingo card that I ever would have considered, but he did such a good job as Monster, the villain, and just Monster was terrible. He was absolutely god awful. I remember first time seeing that movie. I was not expecting Monster to actually be like a person. I thought it was really like a child's imagination and an imaginary monster, but Rusty Cundiff, I say his name wrong all the time, but Rusty did an amazing job with that movie. I love Tales from the Hood. So Nikki, where are you putting Monster?
Look, he was an equal opportunity abuser because he told that teacher, "Oh, you think I just beat up on women and kids? No, I'm about to beat your high yellow tail down." But he was obviously evil to the 100,000th degree. The way he slapped fire. The way he pushed her for her hairline back like Ghost did to Tasha. Like he
did.
It be your own people. He going all the way to the top because the way he would just come home and immediately go to that little boy room and be abusing him. Oh my God. The way I feel like he was going to kill them in that showdown scene in the kitchen when that teacher came. He was going to literally kill them. Like he was a literal monster. And shout out to David Allen Greer, though. I love him so much. Such a good actor. Such a great role. Such just a classic film. But oh God, yeah, that's the top of the top when we talking about black villains. And I love him so much because we have a ton of black villains in cinema, but we don't have a lot of black horror villains. Like we have very, very small, minuscule amount of black horror villains. So shout out to David Allen Greer for bringing a black horror villain to the screen and in such an iconic way. But baby, you was a POS. Like you was diabolical to the 10,000th degree.
Yes. And you would have to be diabolical to say this shit ain't over, bitch, while you are folded like a pretzel.
The way he said it, the way he said the lines was so hilarious.
Listen. Somebody else, listen. From In Living Color to Monster. Wow. Yes. And I will agree, Tex. He is a Shakespearean actor, so he does have the acting chops. But around that time, they really wasn't giving folks like the opportunity to really like showcase what they really could do. So I'm glad that he was casted for that role. But definitely diabolical, absolutely. Like his whole portrayal, the reveal of the tattoo, that said monster. Like you said, just him just beating on them, like wearing them out. The teacher, I'm like, what you gonna do, sir? What are you
That
gonna
high
do?
yellow man couldn't do nothing.
Not a thing. Came in, slipping and sliding on the kitchen floor, got beat up. My only issue with with that whole story was that they gave the little balled up paper to the son and was like, here, you know what to do with this, and then he burned it. I was like, why are y'all letting this child be the final murderer?
Well, I think it was because that was his whole way that his classmate told him
Yeah.
he has to get rid of the monster in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yes, it's a lot to put on a child, but unfortunately, he was in a situation, and that was the whole point. He had to overcome his monster. So, I think that's why
Mm-hmm.
the teacher was like, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But still, why y'all let him kill him? Like, why he got to be the one to set him ablaze? It was already trauma enough that he done twisted him up into a pretzel and he looking like, Stretch Armstrong, and then she step on his head. It's a lot, but I love it. It was done amazingly well. I don't know if you've seen Tales from the Hood Part 2. It is just trash.
I
Absolute
don't, that movie
trash.
doesn't exist. We don't acknowledge that.
Trash. Oh my god. And then I was shocked that it was like the same writer, director from the first one. I was like, how, Sway? How? It was god awful. All right. So yeah, monster, awful. Absolutely terrible. All right, let's see who's next on our list here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hope you guys are enjoying the live again. Hit the like button, please. Let's go ahead and get to our next villain.
Oh, nigga. You fucked up my money? Your brother fucking my sister? I'ma fuck both y'all fools. Yeah, that's right. Slow. Nigga, peace. Oh, man. Now, peace.
Oh,
All
I
right.
didn't know he made the Okay, I didn't know he was on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Because
Alonzo
I was
was
like, why we put Josh on here, but not Naughty by Nature?
yeah, they're naughty by nature. Because listen, because Josh had his own like villainous stuff, but then we also have like our stereotypical, antagonist of the film. Now Alonzo, for me, to me, Alonzo was just the bad guy. Like to me, he was just like a stereotypical like hood villain. He was the I guess a drug dealer, and then they robbed the bank, and he was like the tough guy. But I don't feel like his motivation was anything other than like I'm just the street dude. Now wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna say justified behavior because he is doing what a street. Okay, okay. I get what. So I don't know that means his behavior is justified though. Like I don't know if you should take a what's it called, like a little table saw and start slicing and dicing. It was pretty rough. He did have a cute little Rottweiler puppy, but to me, he was just a bad guy. That's where I'm gonna put our guy, Alonzo. What say you, Nikki?
Okay, so I feel a little differently.
Okay.
I am disgusted by characters like this. Like you're
Mm,
literally bringing down your own neighborhood and your own people. I don't want to be that person, but I'm sorry, I'm that person. Like
okay.
he killing his own people, like just doing diabolical stuff within your own community. Like that disgusts me. But
Mm,
in the scheme of villains in cinema, he is a pretty low level villain. But I mean, he was murdering. He murdered people. Like he was a murderer. Okay, he was gonna murder Jason for what? Hooking up with his sister. Like he was doing stuff in the neighborhood and to his community, and I'm gonna have to put him in it beyond people because he is out here as a damn like menace, a cancer to his own people. And they would have moments in the movie to make it seem like he had a little sense. But no, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. And you're not even a good bad guy because who the hell hiring Josh for a bank robbery? Like, I wouldn't hire him to go rob elementary school kids. Like, you don't even know what you're doing if you hiring him to be part of the crew. Like that, Josh was pretty much criminals for dummies. Like how to be a criminal for dummies. Like, no, no, sir, you're not even a good bad guy. But yeah, it be your own people.
That's so true, actually. Why? Well, I think he was trying to give Josh a chance because he really was kind of skeptical of him. And then his homeboy was like, well, give him a chance. He a good dude. He could prove himself. And, and he got put in the heist and ruined everything. Well, he would have been on time, but Jason, stopped him or whatever. Let's see. Martial arts film freak. 4.99. Super chat. Check Michael Woods in Tiger Cage 2 and The Line of Duty 4. He didn't have much dialogue, but let his muscles and his ooh, okay. Let his muscles and martial arts do the talking. Listen, that's all I need is muscles and martial arts. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Let's see. What else y'all got going on? Josh is not very
I mean, who really hiring him to be part of the crew? Like I ain't all into the streets, but I wouldn't even hire him.
He was a mess. He was a hot mess. I found his interactions with his sister to be weird, and I hated how the girlfriend let him treat.
Absolutely.
Listen.
Absolutely.
Listen.
He was possessive over his sister.
He was. He really was. Like he didn't like. She was like the heifer in what's the tower? Rapunzel. Like he wanted to keep her locked up in her room. Couldn't nobody get to her. Yeah, it was a little strange little relationship. Yeah, they messed up letting Josh in on the plan. They really, But you know what? There's really no such thing as a smart criminal. So, I feel like perhaps just par for the course. Criminals gonna do criminal stuff that don't make no sense. All right. Oh Lord. Okay, now our next villain here. This one's a doozy. Let's get to the next villain.
Good morning, scrub. Fuck about your little fort, nigga. I hate you. I hate you too, little nigga. You ain't my son. Sit your ass down. I'll break your motherfucking face if you get up again. You gonna get me some.
I hate you too, little nigga. F them kids before it became a trend.
Listen, Rodney from Baby Boy. That whole living room scene with him waking up, talking about morning scrub.
Who knew Snoop Dogg would be so funny in a movie?
Especially as the villain. And then he gonna kick his little fort. Well, fuck your little fort.
That was so mean. Like, oh, man.
Rodney. And then he was Rodney was something else. He was calling collect, was mad, talking about this my woman, are you in my house? Then he had Yvette's car, took it for a drive-by. Like Rodney, for me, diabolical. He's diabolical. He was gonna assault, he was gonna rape Yvette in front, while the child was home. He didn't care. Like, get Rodney out of here. He was definitely diabolical for me. Let me go ahead and get yours back up here, Nikki. What? Oh wait, just kidding. Try that again. Wrong button. All right. What say you? What say you?
I mean, obviously, this was a horrid character. I mean, you pretty much just laid it all out, man. And I'm sorry, but we ain't have to do that little boy like that. Like the way he did that like if you gonna be that mean to kids, like even Scarface liked the kids. Like, come on now. Like that's a real low down character to really be hating on a little child, building his little fort. You know the little things kids do to feel safe. You ain't have to go out there. Like that was like kicking somebody when they down. That was putting salt in the wound. I don't know, kicking that little boy. And I also feel like, okay, now we know we look. I gotta just use this reference, but I obviously do not stand for no kind of essay against women. But remember when P Diddy had them no bitch assness t-shirts? Like Rodney was definitely bitch made. Because why are you doing in here terrorizing little Taraji P Henson and a little boy? Like, and this should be a prime example to men to be in your daughter life. Because why she didn't have no daddy, uncle, brother, childhood friend, nobody to come and get this man out of her damn house. Shiesty McNasty. He finna go right next to Darnell. because that was disgusting. The way, and I feel like I was scared when he said, "I'll break your face." That was, look, I was shook. Like I was scared. He was about to hit me through the TV. Yeah, that's a real diabolical, low down character just coming in here taking over somebody's house. Where was her family to get him
Listen,
out of there?
listen, but don't forget, Jody had already backhanded her one time, and then she forgave him and went and cooked mac and cheese and cleaned up the living room or something. I don't remember what it was. So Yvette had some issues for real, but yeah, him kicking that four over and saying, "Morning, scrub. I hate you too. You ain't my son." Dang. Okay, like I'm three. Like I'm down. Yeah, Rodney, big trash. Let me see what y'all saying over here in the chat. Hold on, I done missed a couple, two, three things. Let's see. Uh, he was so funny in Baby Boy. He was something else. When Jody left, when he rode off on that bike, and he was, oh hell no, nah. He over here come to see my baby mama. He was really talking big shit in front of his homeboys with his braids. Listen, Snoop Dogg and his pressing curls were some menace. Because the real
And I
question is,
also kind of feel like, how you let a man with his hair pressed terrorize you? Like, if you don't get out of here.
listen, and who gave him them
Like,
barrel curls?
all your vet needed to do was throw some steam on his hair, let it warp up. He would have ran out of there. Like,
He
throw
really
some
would have
steam
wore her
on his hair.
out. He really would have wore her out. Like Ronnie was something else. Hater, trifling, and predatory. Period. Period. For real, Rodney is diabolical. He was diabolical. Listen, he wasn't.
Oh,
He
he
was
was
absolutely a hater. Definitely a hater. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he had time to keep his curls intact.
because it ain't no way. I would have broke the flat iron. Like, I would have been sabotaging it all.
Listen, Friday, where's Big Perm? Big Perm. All right. Well, you want Big Perm? All right. Well, let's talk about Big Worm. All right. Let me find where he at. All right. Let's get into
I'm gonna
it.
be here 10 o'clock on the dot. Not 10:03, not 10:36. If you ain't got my money or my bud, I'm killing you and him. I don't think you applying yourself, Smokey. Smoking my shit.
Now why would I do some shit like that?
I'm gonna have to fuck you up, Smokey. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
Big Worm. Big Worm. Now, Big Worm is probably one of the more lighthearted villains on our list here. Nikki, where are you putting Big Worm?
Yeah, he not really high on my diabolical list. Yeah, he's selling drugs in the community, but it's just a little weed. Like, it's just a little herb. He was gonna kill them, but yeah, this is light work. I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him in. You really what? Look, and at the end, he did forgive Smokey when he popped up with the money. Because he could have, because you know, if you dealing with one of them mob movies from the 90s, they
Mhm,
still gonna
mhm,
kill you. Whether you pay
mhm.
them or not, because they already gave you a warning. So I'm gonna put him in player haters degree. He back in the 90s when they used to have a PhD. So I'm gonna put him down there. I feel like he was just jealous because you know he saw Smokey running up and down the street playing all day, just like Craig said, and he had to run around with the rollers in his hair, like grandma. So he light work. I feel like he real light work. And all these villains that we're dealing with, yeah, he light work.
Okay, okay. Um, for me, Big Worm, Big Perm, Big Worm. See, I'm torn between him being like the bad guy, and y'all hear me out. Justified behavior, just a little bit, just a little
No,
bit, just a
oh, I
little
gotta hear
bit,
this
just
argument.
a little pinch of justification. Because listen, Smokey really did smoke up his weed, and he was supposed to have been selling it. And if you are going to be, I'll put him in bad guy, but if you're going to be a part of the criminal underworld, then you got to abide by the rules. And the rules say you don't get high on your own supply. And when you owe somebody money, you need to have that money ready to go. And so, as Big Worm being the local drug dealer, Smokey had to face some consequences. He gave Smokey what 2, 3 chances to give him his money, and he didn't give him his money. So I'm gonna put him in the bad guy, but it low key kind of justified what happened in that movie for me. Let me see. So let me put mine back up here. So I put him in the bad guy for now. Okay. Let me see what y'all got to say. Oh, hold on. Y'all had a lot to say. A lot to say. Hold on. Let me see. See this typical bad guy. No near scary. Yeah. No, he
Yeah.
wasn't scary at all. I think they were serious about killing them. Now they were very much serious because he definitely, even the tone of the music changed. Here come them niggas that act hard. You know what I'm saying? The whole tone of the movie changed. So it was about to get real. Friday was about to be something totally different. Um,
And
let's
wait, didn't
see.
he do the drive-by shooting?
I don't
I
know if
haven't
that
seen
was
this in
Big
so
Worm.
long. I feel like didn't they shoot up Craig Mama house?
They did
Am
do
I?
a drive-by, like a little black car. Did the black? Yeah, they did start shooting at them. I don't know if it was Big Worm, but definitely somebody
Okay.
came and was shooting them up, and they ended up having to run through the neighborhood for a little bit. Smokey got Craig involved in his BS and almost got both of them dealt with because he was immature. Period. Listen, yes, businessman. He was a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Period. I mean, you get it. I mean, you get it. Big Worm to me just stood on bit. He stood on business. Look at his money. You don't play with D boys like that. You don't, Joseph. You not wrong. You not wrong. Let's see.
Y'all say Debo, not Debo. Y'all say Big Worm was standing on big business. Okay.
He was. More the bully. He was the main villain in the movie. He was the main. He was the main villain. Listen, bitch, better have my money. Period. And that was like $200 that he owed him. And then Smokey had the nerve to count the $100 and gonna flip it over. Hold on. You ain't got my money? I ain't tripping. I love Friday. He was just about his business, had to keep up appearances. If he let Smokey get away playing his money, then where does it end, pretty girl Danny? Where does it
That's
end?
what I'm saying. In the mob movies, they would have killed him even when he came over with the
Yeah,
money because we can't let the streets think you could play with us like that.
right. Listen, when he didn't get a kid, he wanted them hot Cheetos. Oh, you bad boy, I'm closed. Sir, you just came through with the music blaster. You supposed to be open. Listen. Emma's a thug. And see what I'm talking about? Cut up crew. She cutting up. Totally justified. Period. You get it. You get it.
I did not think so many people would cape for Big Worm.
I should have changed it to justified. To me, Big Worm was the real villain. He wanted to kill Smokey over some weed. Debo never gave off that narrative. Okay, so y'all want to? Okay, listen, Debo. Let's go to Debo right quick. Let's go.
What's up, Smo? Stop being a bitch and come on.
Oh, shit!
That's my fight, huh?
Gun down, son.
Yeah! Put that gun down, son. And get knocked out like your father used to.
Debo. Listen, Debo. Listen, I don't know how many times y'all have watched Friday, but I've watched Friday 9,458,000 times. And the last time I watched it, I just paid attention to Debo. Debo is so funny. Oh my God. Everything that he did to me was hilarious. Like when we first got introduced to him, first of all, him riding on that bike and the spokes just squeaking. It's hilarious to me. His big ass on that little ass bike. Then him saying hi to Stanley, and then Stanley waving it off. Fuck you, then Stanley. When him and Smokey went into Stanley's house and they stole that money, and Smokey's like, "We got about $200." And
No, I got $200.
and Smokey was like, huh? He was so confused. That whole Debo is hilarious. But in terms of his villainy, for me, Debo was just he's just a bad guy. He's just a bad guy. He's just a typical like hood movie villain. Nothing too crazy. Nothing to write home about. Now I will say this. I feel like if I had like ranked villains in terms of like um, just like the amazingness of the villain and the legendary status of them all, Devo is probably one of the most notorious, amazing villains that we have. I mean, at this point, Debo is a verb. He talks about you just got Debo, like we know what that means. So he's definitely like notorious. He's like a legendary villain, but in terms of this tier, for me, he's just a bad guy. Nothing too serious. He's just a neighborhood bully. All right,
Yeah,
what's
I
what
feel
say?
a little differently. If it is one thing, oh wait, he died.
Oh yeah, Tiny
Oh dang,
Lister.
I didn't know that.
He passed away like I don't want to lie. I want to say it's a couple years ago, maybe.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
Mhm.
But if it's one thing that I cannot stand, I mean, like I would smack fire out my child if I found out there was a bully. I cannot stand a bully. Like when I tell you it, oh my god, it bothers me to the depths of my soul. I have never understood the need to like bully people. I think it's
Yeah.
so disgusting, just disgusting behavior. And I feel like somebody said something about he wouldn't have killed nobody. He was a sociopath. He was beating up on women. He was gonna knock out Craig Daddy. He would have killed somebody. Like you can't go beat up no old man. That man could have had a heart attack. He could have had a stroke. He could have had a blood clot.
He had a
I
shame on him.
when I tell you he's a sociopath, he that person in the neighborhood that next thing you know, you see on the news they done kill people. I am putting Debo up in It Be Your Own People. I'm putting him at the top. Yes, it's a comedy movie. Yes, compared to what other folks did, it may be light work because he ain't technically murder and stuff like that. But I cannot stand a bully. He is psychotic. He gets off on inflicting all this pain and messing with people and running through the neighborhood knowing people is ducking in bushes and hiding and tucking their chains in. No, he's diabolical.
He was all of that. He was all of that. Uh, he was hilarious though. I will agree, honey. That's my bike, punk. That whole scene was hilarious. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know you wanted back, homie. It's right over here. Follow me." And turn around and uppercutted him. Oh my God, Debo. Debo was a terror.
Terror.
He did terrorize the community. Um, let's see. Anybody else? Oh, okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, he died during COVID. Yeah,
So was
I remember that.
recent.
I do remember that. Okay, now just because he big, don't mean okay. Come on now, he pushed his weight around. That's all. But he did beat up Felicia and knock Nia along to the ground. Very true. Very true. I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't diabolical enough for me, but I get y'all. Y'all make a strong case. Y'all make a very strong case. All right, let's see.
Oh my God.
All right, let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, make sure y'all are liking the live. If you guys are liking it, hit the like button. Subscribe to A Night of Horror if you have not. Subscribe to Sister Girl on Films if you are not subscribed. I hope you guys are enjoying this tier ranking of these villains. We are about a third of the way through. I don't know math. I don't know if we even that far. Um,
You don't know if we that far. And my
I
crew on my side, I do have Sister Girl on Films link in the description if you want to make sure you go over and subscribe to her. Great content. I've been watching her content forever. So make sure you guys subscribe and check her out.
Yes, I need to put yours in my description. I don't even know what I got in the description.
Y'all, look, if my side thought I was a mess and all over the place, look, I ain't got nothing on Sister Girl.
Oh no. Listen. It is all just vibes over here. Y'all gonna get very much authentically me, honey, and I am by no means put together. It is I'm just here, you know. Let me see. Make sure I didn't pass nobody up before we get to the next one. Cause I'm trying to see if y'all calling out folks in the comments if we got them. But ain't nobody said this one yet. So let's go get to this food right here.
I took care of your woman and your baby when you went to war. Now, a man ought to get a little respect for something like that. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I care about Juanita. I care about a whole lot. But you back now, and I'm gone. Come on, Santa Claus. Open your mouth and suck this. Come on, I got a present for you. Suck it!
So that is our boy Cuddy from Dead Presidents. Cuddy! As I was trying to edit this clip together as best I could, I just kept saying Cuddy because Cuddy
The way
was
Lorenz Tate flew down them stairs, that was
listen,
hilarious.
listen, child, not Cuddy being the Nate of this. Cuddy was just the Nate. Look, she said, I'm in the bind, Cuddy. And he made sure. Clifton Powell is a legend. He is a legend. He could have been on this list. He's on here another time for another character. He could have been on here. I saw somebody say Pinky. I was kind of debating about Pinky, but Pinky don't really feel like
Pinky not a villain. I
yeah,
love Pinky. It's Pinky Nuggle.
yeah. Didn't
Make
he
me
say
spill
you
my
can
yak, fool. Just don't spill his yak and we good.
listen, Pinky was all right with me. He did say that you getting all that loving. I think a man get a little respect. With that said though, for me, Cuddy is definitely oh wait, yours is up here. You go first, Nikki. I thought that was fine. You go first.
Okay, so you are hard pressed to find horror movies I haven't seen, but I have never seen Dead Presidents.
Mm,
No, I have
okay.
never seen it. Yeah, but from that clip, the way he threw Lorenz Tate down them stairs like a rag doll.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
somebody said in the comments that he's the more serious version of Pinky. So what was he, like a pimp or something in Dead Presidents?
Um, Cuddy was kind of pimpish, kind of like a hustler. You know, more hustler type. I don't remember. I haven't seen Dead Presidents in a long time, so I don't remember if he was a pimp, but he definitely was a hustler. And when Lorenz Tate went over to fight in the war, he left his girl and his baby. And while he was over there,
And he was
Cuddy,
pimping out the girl?
well, no, he was taking care of them. Otherwise, he was sleeping with her, and helping take care of the baby. So once Lorenz came back, he pulled up on them on the street and he was saying, "Hey, how my baby girl doing in the back seat?" Trying to hand her money. Lorenz Tate was pissed off, and then when he saw him in the hallway, Lorenz tried to check him, and he was like,
And that's
"Listen,
when he got tossed down the stairs.
yeah." He was like, "I've
Not
been
you
taking care of
try to
your
check
family."
somebody and you
Mm-hmm.
get tossed down the stairs. What the hell? But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? I love Clifton Powell. Whatever role he does, he gonna kill it. So I'm gonna give him respect just for that. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen it, but the way it sounds, I'm putting him in Shiesty McNasty.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, yeah. It's good. You should watch it. It's really good. Great acting, great performances. Um, what's my guy name? Chris Friday. What's his name?
Tucker.
Thank you, because Chris Rock has come to my brain. Chris Tucker is amazing in it. Amazing story. Yeah, Dead Presidents. That could be like a retro watch. You know, for real. But yeah, a retro rewatch. So you said Shiesty McNasty. That's probably a good place for him. It probably is a very good place for Cuddy. He was something else. And then at the end, when he tried to make him suck the head of the gun, yeah, it was he. And then after that, Lorenz Tate's character went and choked out his girl and like had a whole. It's a whole thing.
Now wait a minute. Now why are you choking me? You need to go choke the man and just toss your ass down the stairs.
Well,
Like a
well,
bad girl.
well, cause when he went back to their apartment, she was kind of like, well, what you supposed to do? You left us and he was taking care of us and you didn't came back and you ain't had sex with me since you've been back. And she was just like emasculating him the whole time. And he just was like,
No, but what about what
you bitch.
Clifton Powell did? That sounds worse to me. What the hell?
Yeah. For me, Cuddy is not quite diabolical for me. He's the bad guy. Um, see, this is kind of hard because he low key is a little diabolical. Dang. I don't know. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Maybe y'all will help me change because I might change my answer. Let me see. Cuddy was just helping out. That's all. Let's see. Cuddy was the Nate. He was absolutely the Nate of this movie. Serious version of Pinky. They have to do Lorenz like that. He get knocked out. He did get knocked out a few times. I forgot. Terrence Howard is in that too. Terrence Howard.
The way he flew down them stairs looked like a cartoon.
Yeah, he did go tumbling. He was a great bad guy in that old sitcom. Oh, I forgot
Oh
about
my
Rock.
God. Yes. Rock used to be my show. Oh my
So
God.
good. It was real good.
Shout out to Charles S. Dutton, the original The Rock.
Yeah, right. Right. Come on, Cuddy is diabolical. Diabolical. Peter, don't be judging. You know. Okay, Cuddy was a pimp. Okay. I couldn't remember what exactly he was. Let's see. Ooh, Cuddy ain't got no soul. Yeah. Okay, I might have to change my diabolical. Cuddy was only around because Juanita, thank you, Juanita, was allowing him. If she would have put a stop to it, he probably would have backed off. That is very true, Jackie. That is so true. Because she really was kind of liking it. Like, even when he pulled up on them in the car, she was kind of like, now, Cuddy, I told you, don't be coming by here. She kind of gave him a look alike, but also come by here with that money later when he ain't with me. So you might could be right about that. I don't know, Nick. You got to watch Dead Presidents. It's good.
Well, y'all done spoiled it, so I don't know why.
We didn't even say the
You
ending.
done told me the girlfriend died.
Somebody spoiled it for you.
You did. You said the girlfriend died.
No.
You said he choked out.
No. He just choked her. Not like he killed her.
Oh, I thought you meant like choked her.
No.
Okay.
No, he was just mad and was like, no, he threatened to kill her. Bitch, I'll kill you. He went crazy. But no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the ending is
check it out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the ending is really good. You should watch it. Okay. Oh yeah, Bokeem Woodbine is in it too. He is in it too.
I love Bokeem Woodbine. He is so underrated. I don't know why he's not the biggest movie star. He is so talented.
He really is. I like him in what's that movie called? Big Hit with Marky Mark and La Bamba.
Not you called Lou Diamond Phillips La Bamba. That man's name is Lou Diamond Phillips.
I couldn't think of his name. Lou Diamond Phillips, the Big Hit. I love that.
You called him Lou.
But you knew I was talking about. You knew I was talking about. La Bamba, that's his name. Listen, you should watch Dead Presidents. It's good. Yes, it's such a good movie. Yeah, y'all don't spoil nothing for her because she's gonna go watch it. All right, let's see who we got next. Sure. Okay, let's prepare the others. PTO. All right, let's get to this next villain.
Where's my money from the party that you did? I want my money, and I'm not playing with you. Well, let's go, ho. What? Look, that's exactly what they about to call you upstairs, so you might as well get used to it. Now let's go, ho. After I kick your ass, I just might do you how Junior did Ebony. You know, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
For those of you who are not aware, that is Ronnie from the Players Club. Yeah, Ronnie Yeah. She's something else. I had to make sure because we don't have a lot of ladies on this list. Um, for whatever reason, there's not a lot of like women villains, in black cinema. But the ones that are, this lady is something else. So I don't know. Let me see. Nikki, I guess we ended last time with me. I'm gonna let you start this one off. So where are you putting Ronnie?
Look, you have to be one of the most disgusting types of villains for one to like champion the fact that your brother hard R word a woman and that y'all my mama took me, I had the kind of parent, she let me see all kind of stuff. My mama took me to the movie theaters to see Players Club when I was like 9 years old. That scene of what they did to that girl, and she talking about,
Mhm.
I do you like my bro. And didn't she assault Lisa Ray in a scene?
She did.
Like
She
you
did.
are a predator, like you are a diabolical scum type of woman. No,
Hmm.
Ronnie going all the way to the top. It be your own people, it be your own gender. Like, like how you setting women up to be like girl, ain't you a woman too? Like you would think, your kinfolk, your skin folk, as they no. She was setting people up so bad. And I agree with somebody in the comments. It's a lot of villains in this movie, but her and her brother and the men that hard R word that girl, they take, and Ice Cube was diabolical in here as well. But yeah, she at the top. I wish I could put her higher than the tier. We ain't got a tier high enough for how diabolical she was. And she got her she didn't even get a good enough comeuppance because
She
she
did.
needed to get that pool stick scene like they did in Too Deep to really get a comeuppance for how the way they
Woo!
did it. Diamond Cousin was just so disgusting.
It
Yeah,
was.
she at the top, and I would love to hear anybody be in defense of Ronnie.
Li- Listen, listen. So it be your own to be your own people. Yeah, we do
She
need a
was
whole
a
different.
hater.
Yeah, she is terrible. I have Ronnie in diabolical. I don't think I don't. Yeah, she's diabolical. No, that she was low key a pimp. Ronnie was low key a kind of a pimp. She was recruiting the girls to the strip club, and then she was getting them to do these parties. And then she knew how her brother and her family was. She knew how they was, so she set that girl up. She left. Well, they kind of set up Ebony because they took Ronnie to go smoke. But I don't think Ronnie really would have did much to stop her from
Me
getting
no.
assaulted.
No,
It
they
was
could have put her in on the plan. I'm pretty sure she would have been down with it.
yeah, she would have. She would have. So yeah, I agree. She didn't get necessarily everything she had coming, but she did get her ass whooped, and we can be happy about that. I saw an interview with the actress that played Ronnie, and she was saying that fight with Lisa Ray, when Lisa Ray like pushed her up against the glass, they didn't practice that. And so her response, like to like kind of shove her, was real because that wasn't actually like in the fight choreography. And so that was
Wow.
like the first take, but they kept it in there and then they have to like kind of reshoot around it. But yeah, I was like, okay then. But yeah, let's see what y'all got to say about put Junior on the list. I thought about putting Junior on the list. The only reason why I didn't is just because he was only in it for like that one scene. But there are a lot of villains in the Players Club, like Dollar Bill, Ice Cube, and the other dude, whatever their names was, Ronnie. What was the one the one that came on stage? Dang, what was her friend name?
Oh, I know you're talking about her sidekick.
Yes, she was a villain too. So yeah,
I
there's a lot
literally
of
haven't
villains.
seen Players Club since I was 9.
And the
I've
fact that
never
you saw it at
rewatched it.
9, the fact that you saw it at 9 is so young to see the Players Club.
My
Oh my
mama
god.
took me to the movies to see. I did not have the parent that be paying attention to like the rating of the movie. I'm like,
Well, it's called
I
Players
need,
Club with strippers on the cover. That was kind of a giveaway. Yeah, her
my
name was
mama let me
Tracy.
watch all kind of stuff. But hey, I grew up well adjusted, so
Go subscribe to Not a Horror and talk about disturbing films. Look, it was the gateway. Players Club was the gateway drug for you. When Trixie came on that stage, it was like, "It's some holes in the sauce." They was like, "Boo!" To this day, that is so funny to me.
And that's the
Boo.
thing. By the time I saw Players Club, I was already deep in horror. So
Mm,
it really wasn't nothing Players Club had to offer that was really gonna shake me
right.
up.
You're right. Yeah. Except for that scene with Ebony getting assaulted, because that was
Well,
really
I will say
disturbing.
because one of my favorite movies as a kid was a movie with Sally Field and Kiefer Sutherland called Eye for an Eye, and it has two graphic R word scenes.
Mm,
So I feel like because I was so young, it didn't really register to me how bad that stuff was.
yeah.
So
Mm. Yeah, I don't like all that in movies. This is where I
no,
go.
no, same,
Yeah,
same.
that's where I
But at
go.
that age, I didn't have any type of thoughts about it.
Right. Yeah. You probably if your I'm sure if your mom had known this how far this movie was, you probably wouldn't have been watching it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause that was the one line she would draw is like sex scenes. Oh no,
Mhm.
no, she was not for it. But we was already in the theater. It wasn't really nothing she could do.
Right. Cover your eyes.
Yeah, she tried to put her hand. I'd be like, you know, you want to move your mama
Yeah.
hand.
We're here now. Let me just go ahead and look. Let's see. Monique in the reading. Monique in the reading is a great choice. She didn't make the list. I didn't even consider her, but again,
And
I'll probably
Monique and Precious.
okay. Okay. So yes. So we can do what was her name? Mary?
I never saw Precious, but didn't she like do all kind of diabolical stuff to her daughter?
Yes. Yes. She was definitely diabolical. Let's go ahead. Since I brought up Mary, I do believe that's her name in Precious. Precious. Um
Oh,
let's
she
let's,
on here.
let's get to Mary.
I think right now you feeling like you becoming a grown woman. Cause that shit you poured in the kitchen, I should have fucked you up. You done fucked around and fucked my motherfucking man and had two motherfucking children, and one of them is a goddamn animal running around looking crazy as a motherfucker. Bitch, I should have aborted your motherfucking ass, cause you ain't shit. I know the day the doctors put you in my goddamn hand, you wasn't a goddamn thing.
That was my fucking man. That was my man. And he wanted my daughter. And that's why I hated her. Because my man, who was supposed to be loving me, who was supposed to be making love to me, was fucking my baby. And she made him leave.
What the hell?
Listen,
What is that movie about? Because that look like ain't that a teenager?
Precious, yeah, yeah. So
And her
Precious,
mama talking about you F my man. You mean your man a hard R word, your daughter?
hmm
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't never
hmm
seen that movie. That is not anything for me. Wow.
yeah. So in all transparency, hey, Dennis, I have not seen Precious. I have not. Um,
It
there
don't
was
look like we missing out because this looks beyond it. She just made Ronnie look like Della Reese from Touched by an Angel. Like she just made Ronnie look like a saint.
oh,
Because
it
my
gets
character
worse.
was
It gets worse. I had to like that whole scene of her yelling at her at the bottom of the stairs. I had to cut it down for copyright. But it's hard. It's harsh. And that end scene with her crying, it's even worse. And she continues to blame her daughter for why nobody loves her. Um, there's even a part I think in that same scene where Precious like runs out of the apartment and her mom throws a TV at her from the top of the stairs and she's at the yeah, Precious is a really rough watch. That's why I have not watched it, but it's very reminiscent to a book that I used to love called Amani All Mine, which is kind of similar about a teen mom and trauma and all kinds of stuff. But yeah,
give
so
me horror any day of the week. Give me bodies getting chopped up. I do not want to see. And then my thing is also who is the audience for these movies? Like I don't know why do we do these black trauma I don't know. It's not
yeah.
mine. That's
Mhm.
not entertainment to me.
Yeah, well, it's based off of a book. I forget the name of the book, but it's based off a book though. But still, yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, Monique definitely earned that Oscar. She earned that Oscar with that performance for sure. So knowing what you know, at least from that little clip, Nikki, where would you put Mary?
Off the Richter scale. Oh my God. Like, I'm flabbergasted just from that scene. If I could put her higher than this, because she ain't even in the world with the rest of these villains. Like, there is no villain up here, and it be your own people that seems like comes close to her. Even though I've never seen Precious, that clip alone, baby, give me horror any day of the week. That is such this. I mean, diabolical isn't the word. I need a better synonym for diabolical because it's beyond. It's disgusting. Like, oh my God, that little scene. And then what was that? 15 seconds? That was this. I can only imagine the stuff her character did throughout a whole runtime of a movie. Yeah, that's off the Richter scale. It be your own people, and unfortunately, sometimes it be your own damn parents.
Come on, and be your mama. Listen. Yeah, I definitely put her in diabolical. Because I don't think there's any other word for Mary. Like I said, I've seen clips of like the Mary scenes, and even that scene with who for a long time I didn't even realize that was Mariah Carey that played the counselor. But that scene with her at the end and that whole thing on social media now, people are like making fun of it or kind of using it like, since you got your degree and you know everything, that was part of that scene. And it's like, she was like, who's gonna love me, huh? Who's gonna love me? Because she blamed her daughter for stealing her man. Girl,
Let me tell you, it is more than one reason why I will always be like, we need abortion. Not everybody need to be a mama. I'm so sorry. Not everybody need to be a mama.
Listen, let me see what y'all got to say about Mary. Mary is probably the worst one on this list, quite frankly. Diabolical. No woman should treat their child like that. Not at all. I couldn't really bring myself to watch it. It's hard. It's a very hard watch. Listen is right. Won't ever watch it. Monique in this movie was so horrific and disgusting. I've only seen this movie once and never again. I feel like once is enough, child. Once is more than enough. The mom in Previous is Beyond. I can't watch that. Oh, and Precious is Beyond. I can't watch that movie. I had to watch it for a class and we read the book. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the book. But yeah, Precious is frowned on by many in the community because they think it reinforces stereotypes. Let me say this. I know some Marys. I know some Marys. Growing up, I had some playmates that had Mary type mamas. So whether or not it reinforces a stereotype, unfortunately, that type of abusive mother and parent exists. And, it's a hard story to tell. And we don't always need Black trauma in cinema. But, like Tyler Perry said, those stories need to be told.
We quoting Tyler Perry. But okay, so if the movie is about trauma, does she at least triumph in the end? Like, does the young lady, like, is it a happy ending? Is there a moral to the story? Or is it just all just trauma?
I think at the end, Precious ends up being able to leave her mom's house with her kids.
Why somebody in the comments said at the end, Precious died of AIDS? So it's just trauma. It ain't.
I don't remember. In the book.
But I'm like, if we gonna have trauma, can we at least have it where it's like a moral to the story? Where, like, does she overcome it? See, and somebody else saying it as well. See, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very bleak story for sure.
I better not ever get no more crap for liking the Terrified movies if this what y'all watching.
Yeah, like I said, I've never seen it. I said it. I tried to start watching it one day, and I was just like, I don't have it. I ain't got it in me. I ain't got it. But let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's go a whole another opposite direction. As a matter of fact, we did 2 women in a row. Let's do a man. Let me see. Who can we do? Let's switch it up. Who's not so serious? All right, let's go here.
Entering the armory exhibit, you will find displayed. So sorry. Didn't see you there.
How much do you weigh? Well, I happen to weigh 6.
Meta coding accepted, Warden William Smithers. Be well.
Yeah, you too.
All right. So if any of you are unfamiliar with that character, that is our boy Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'm up. So where would I put Simon Phoenix? Simon Phoenix is funny to me. And I kind of going back and forth because Simon Phoenix, in the context of just like action movies, it's kind of like the typical like bad guy, like the perfect opposite to our hero. Again, for those of you never seen it, it stars Sylvester Stallone. I forget his character's name, but yeah, like things go real left with Simon Phoenix, where he's tired of like this whole like peace loving society where Taco Bell is like the finest of all restaurants, and he wants to just cause mayhem and madness. But for me, Simon Phoenix didn't do anything that was necessarily like diabolical. So for me, he's just a bad guy. Mm, yeah, and while I'm here, let me go ahead and move some, adjust my ranking a little bit. I don't have nobody in just the hater section. So that's where I have Simon Phoenix. Let's see, Nikki, what say you?
Yeah, Demolition Man is the type of movie I was watching instead of Dead Presidents. This is, first of all, I grew up obsessed with Sylvester Stallone, but Wesley Snipes completely like shines and steals the show. I just love like the kind of like over the top character,
Mm-hmm.
the look, the hair, the like. I love this movie, and it's really making me want to go back and rewatch. I have not seen Demolition Man in 100 years, but like I said earlier, I love a villainous character with like style. And if I remember correctly, the world they were in and what he was rebelling against, you kind of like he one of them people that like they got a reason that you kind of understand. Yes, justified. I'm gonna put him in mid tier. I'm getting shook. I wouldn't want to be on his bad side, but he had style. He was a great villainous character. Loved him, and he was nowhere near as diabolical as some of the stuff we just seen.
Yeah, no,
I
even
love him. And I guess not comparing, I mean, he's a bad guy, so he's diabolical, but I really love him in that. I love Wesley Snipes.
mm, okay. Some of y'all are also saying diabolical, and maybe it's because I haven't seen. Oh,
The
okay
good,
now.
good, yeah. That's why I'm like, he had like the world of Demolition Man and what his whole thing was. He wasn't just, a madman for no reason.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like from what I remember, Simon Phoenix was just the bad guy. Like, because somebody said it. I was going to highlight the comment, but they were saying that he was basically put up to do all of this. He didn't even know why he knew all the things that he knew in the unfreezing or whatever process. But yeah, Simon Phoenix is hilarious. Wesley Snipes' character is the main reason I love that movie. Yeah, Wesley Snipes is amazing. I love him. Um, let's see, A Light 33. I never watched it. Yeah, you should watch Demolition Man. It's
Yeah.
it's a very
Classic.
entertaining time.
Classic.
Where's that one comment I saw? Oh, here it is. Diabolical, but plot was good. The mayor was using him to kill that guy underground. Yeah. So the mayor was really the diabolical one. Um. All right. So someone said, "I hope Nino Brown is next."
Your
He
wish
was.
is her command.
He wasn't, but since you asked, let me go ahead and let's get to the infamous Nino Brown.
Yeah, G Money knows something. You fucked up. You fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You know, the timing couldn't be more perfect with Nino Brown right now, with the state of the social climate that we're in, with a certain Sean Combs, if you will. And the scene with Nino Brown in the courtroom has been all over social media and being memed. Nikki, what are your thoughts on the Nino Brown?
I love New Jack City. Like
Mm,
love. That is what I was watching instead of The Lion King. Like I was obsessed with that movie, and
mm-hmm.
Wesley Snipes is a freaking icon. Like give him all the flowers, all the respect.
Period.
Nobody else could be Nino Brown. Like he really brought that character, and that sit your $5 ass down for I make change. He has so many quotables in that movie. You know, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. I am obsessed with Nino Brown. That is to me, that is the epitome of the perfect villain because he low down, he diabolical, he disgusting, he got no type of code, scruples, but he also got style. He got like he has the shine, the personality, the charisma, like he puts it all together in Nino Brown. And to be taken out by that old man, I hope you burn in hell. Like everything works. Like New Jack City would not be what it is without Wesley Snipes, the Nino Brown character. Like I feel like there are certain characters who no other actor could ever play them. It
Right.
has to be Wesley Snipes. But baby, I don't care how many dollars he gave to the kids. I don't care how many turkeys he was giving to people. Using that little girl to shield himself. Like
Come
he
on.
was so low down, disgusting. You could say he was a product of his environment. He was just trying to get money. And I feel like all of the CMB and My Brother's Keeper, it was all a facade. It was all a performance. He was about
Mm-hmm.
himself. He didn't care about the community. He didn't care about his brother. He didn't care about his people. It be your own people. He going to the top. But he is iconic, okay?
You get to the
Legendary.
top,
Love
like you
him.
never have to stop. Yes. No, I agree. And let me just highlight, hold on, where does comic go? Wait a minute, where did it go? Because this was also my same thought. Listen, I should know it was 8 like 33. Listen, all I think of is that episode of Martin. Yes, that was so perfect, honey. They were trying to find his CD player, and bro man had it the whole time. Nino Brown for me is diabolical without question for all the reasons that you said. Trying to use a child as a human shield. Somebody even pointed out him the whole cancel that bitch, like pouring champagne and my brother's keeper, killing my guy, G Money. Like G Money was kind of stupid though. G Money, ironically, G Money was the Josh of New Jack City. And then it all comes full circle.
Hold on now. He wasn't Josh. He was just sucking on the plastic D, as they said in the movie.
Listen, oh my God. Oh, I forgot Chris Rock was in that little Pookie, little crackhead. Like New Jack
You
City is,
forgot about me, man. And
listen.
I love Ice-T. I want to shoot you so bad. It's hard. I love it. That whole movie is quotables. That movie is classic.
I don't want that one to be the quotable though. That is so like, sir, what?
I love that line. Like I was running around saying that when I was a kid.
Wait, what?
Am I the only person who loves Ice-T lines saying that? Like, am I just weird? Is it just me?
I can say that I find that line to be weird.
Really? I love that line.
It was so just what, sir? Oh, I want to shoot you so bad. Oh, my sir. That felt like an ad lib. That felt like he just threw that in. It was like, just leave it. Like we ain't got time to
I
edit
loved
that
it.
out. Let's see. Nino Brown
Yes.
is way more sadistic. Wesley Snipes is legend for playing. He really is good at just Wesley Snipes
Sadistic was the perfect word.
the goats are diabolical. You're not wrong. Well, Nino Brown or Mary. Because Nino Brown or Mary. Because Mary is, yeah. Wait a minute. What? Not Nino Diddy.
What the? Now hold on. Now Nino was not, doing all kind of no. He
Oh
got
my
Nino at
God.
least got consent.
Listen, listen. My brother's keeper. Oh, we do like a good soundtrack. You
Oh
know.
yes. Oh my God. Love it. Love, 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 love it.
Yes. All right. Hey, Marlon. Darnell was okay. You just can call him. That's all good. But Darnell was definitely the villain. Then he had the audacity to grill his sister's prom date.
Right. Them be the main ones. Like,
Listen,
sir, do you know how many daughters, sisters you done lied to?
listen, listen. Let's say New Jack Cops for New Jack Gangsters. Yeah. Was that like the tagline for the movie? It sound like it. Diabolical for sure. Manipulator. What? This ain't business, bitch. This is personal. Listen. He did care for his brother. He shed a tear before. He did kind of shed a little tear,
Look, you
a little
can't
thug
shed a
tear.
tear before killing me and claim to and punk me out in front of everybody and claim to love. No.
Oh, I didn't know this. So Nino Brown was diabolical for sure. True mob boss, top villain. Stretch from Naughty by Nature played Nino Brown in the stage play. Well, well, well. I never knew. Okay. All right. Any more? Y'all got a lot. Y'all got a lot. Yeah, Django ain't on here. Django, he should
Oh
be
no,
though.
that would definitely be I've never seen Django because I want to see it because that's one of my favorite. Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite filmmakers, but I can't
Mhm.
with nothing with slaves. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan. I saw Django once, and that was enough for me.
I
I
never
don't.
saw it.
Yeah. No, thank you. Excuse me. All right, y'all. All right. Let's see here. Who we got next? We didn't got all over the place. Hold on, I'm trying to go back to. Okay. Now this one, y'all, we might be all on the same page with this next villain. So let's go ahead and pull up our next culprit, if you will. Now you got to be a cold something to not even have a name. You just knucklehead number two, I think it's his name on the IMBD. And rest in peace to that actor. I forget his name, but he was murdered, I believe, like in the '90s in prison.
Oh dang! Oh my god!
Yeah, yeah, he had kind of a rough life. But yeah, Knucklehead number two, the man who killed Ricky, Nicky, slip me a Mickey. If you don't know, don't call me Vicky. Bars. It's crazy how I just did that. Wow.
You might have another career on your hands.
I do. Just a girl on flows. Listen. Um, Nikki, where do you put Knucklehead? Knucklehead number two, shooting Ricky.
Look, the epitome of it be your own people because baby was finna go to college. He was about to be the first. Wasn't he the first person in his family to go to college? That young man was about
Yeah,
to be somebody.
for sure.
And what did they even kill him for? He ain't even really like do something real to them. Like, you really finna kill this young man because of just stupid stuff. Like, really take his life. Oh my God, really the poster child for it be your own people. The poster
Hmm.
child for all skin folk ain't kin folk. Of course, this has to be one of the most hated men in cinema history during the night. I mean, every black household hated this man.
Yes. Bless his heart for him to not even be like have a name. Like he did not have a character name. He was just literally Knucklehead number two. Yeah. So yeah, so you put it be your own people. Yeah, no, for sure.
At the top. There is no justification, no, like this was just disgusting.
Yeah. I agree. For me, I put diabolical. Because the whole reason why this even popped off was because of Doughboy. They was at the little gathering, the hangout, and Doughboy bumped into our guy with the Jerry curl, and then they got to arguing, and Ricky ran up and tried to intervene, and then it just became like beef and on site. And and unfortunately Ricky was who they saw, and Ricky ended up getting popped. Um, so yeah, I
And
mean,
that's why you're
oh,
so senseless. Somebody bumped into you, but you ain't even take out the person that bumped into you.
yeah,
Because it was his brother, wasn't it? It was Ice Cube that bumped into him.
yeah, it was Doughboy. Doughboy did it, and that is very true. And like he was the same dude that shot Justice Man in Poetic Justice. That's him. I believe it is the same. Yeah, it's the same dude, if I'm not mistaken, because he was cute without his hat on. I remember that. Yeah, but rest in peace to the actor. I think somebody said his name here. He was killed in real life in prison by his cellmate, um, Lloyd Avery III. It's crazy how he died. Um, yeah, that was the thing. Like he got caught up. Like it's how people like get caught up in playing characters, and his life just kind of turned. And this
Wow.
is a sad, very tragic story for sure. Um, typical bad guy, but looked typical bad guy, but looked really bad. I don't understand why Ricky was scratching that lottery ticket without paying attention. Knowing people were trying to kill him. Well, in fairness, he didn't know. Well, yeah. They did just run from them.
But I
They
don't think,
very
and I
true.
really feel like Ricky did not really believe. Like he might have thought they might have beat him up. I do not think he thought they were going to like kill him and actually shoot him because it was over nothing.
Mm-hmm. It was very much senseless. Um, yeah, he was cute. He was very cute. Let's see. The bad guy, he targeted Ricky just because of Doughboy and his affiliation with his gang. Yeah, yeah. Um, oh, it was Ricky. You're right. It was Ricky that got bumped
Oh,
into.
okay.
Yeah, and
I haven't
Doughboy ran
seen
up.
this movie since the 90s. I thought
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, y'all right. Y'all right. Y'all right. Y'all right. Ice Cube was in the car. He didn't start the trouble. The Hoods was always after Ricky. Very true. Thank you. Look, I ain't seen Boys in the Hood in a minute, so I couldn't remember. But I knew it all started because of a shoulder check with the dude with the Jerry curl. Ricky should have listened to Trey and not split up. Come on. You are
see
not
black
wrong.
people ever say we would not be the ones splitting up in the horror movie because Ricky had them split up in Boys in the Hood. But
Did.
again, if I remember correctly, I think when they were splitting up, he said that like, man, these fools just acting tough or something. He said along those lines, like that's why he was scratching a lottery ticket. He thought they was just puffing your chest out, trying to act.
Mhm.
He did not really think those people was about to pull out a gun and kill him.
Well, he woke up dead, didn't he?
Not
Um,
he woke up. You know what? Not he woke up dead. Oh my
sorry.
god.
Rest in peace, Ricky. Rest in peace. Um, okay, somebody actually just mentioned this person. So let's go to our next villain.
Putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this to me? Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
All right, that is wait, what's this character's name? His name Alonzo? This is another
Yeah.
Alonzo? It is
Yeah.
another Alonzo. We got our boy Alonzo from Training Day. Um, Nikki, what do you say? Where are you at with this?
I love Training Day. I was not one of the people like mad that Denzel won an Oscar for this role. This is a top tier, iconic cinematic villain. I mean, bar none. We talking about black villains. I mean, villains all across the board. He is at the top, and the caliber of talent of Denzel Washington. First of all, if I remember correctly, he ad-libbed that King Kong line. Like he added that in himself. Like he is just so amazing in this dang movie. But as a villain, low down, diabolical, killed who's that little man that was his friend that we went and got the money out the floor. He was doing all kind of stuff. He was setting up Ethan Hawke before Ethan Hawke even came on the dang job. Like he was ready to set him up, get him taken out by them essays. Man, but this is somebody like a Nino Brown where he diabolical and he low down, but he got some style and you enjoy him throughout the movie and he got some great lines and scenes that he does. He going in I mean, where else can he go than all the way at the top? But you know what? I'm gonna put him in. Okay. This kind of hard because I kind of don't want to. I can't say it be your own people because he was doing stuff to everybody, and Jake is white. He wasn't. He wasn't just, doing. I'm gonna put him in Shiesty McNasty
I mean,
because
technically,
he
they was both
wasn't
police
one of
officers.
the. Yeah, he wasn't one of the ones really like wrecking his community.
Right.
Yeah, no, he gotta go at the top. He gotta go at the top because he was gonna kill Jake. He ran up in Macy Gray house with that little boy in there. He was diabolical. He was diabolical. He was gonna phone check everybody, have them in Pelican Bay. Like he was about to mess everybody up. So you know what? He gotta go at the top.
Listen, he said, "Shoe program, nigga."
But you know what? Pretty Girl Danny just made a good point, and I'm about to pull him down because he was teaching the rookie good lessons for being on the job. I'm about to put him down. Shiesty McNasty, because you're right. He was teaching some good lessons for Jake.
There was some lessons, all right. There was some definitely some lessons learned that day because he got
literally got
high.
street smarts in one day.
Listen, I said his first indicator should have been when he had him get high. He take like a hit or like a pipe or something. Somebody got him
PCP.
smoked.
Like,
listen.
That's another drug.
Yeah. Alonzo, diabolical. I already moved him up there. He's diabolical to me. He did all this because he owed the Russians money. So you're supposed to be training that day. You knew your work schedule prior to that day. So
yeah, he told Jake he been planning this all week. Jake could have been anybody.
Listen, he could have went to his supervisor and been like, "Look, I can't train nobody this week. I got other stuff going on. So maybe put him with Sergeant Martinez over there. I got other stuff to do." I don't know. I feel like there could have been other options than Alonzo taking him on the ride of his life because he was tied up, hog tied in the tub, about to be sexually assaulted.
He said, "I have a little girl." He was pleading for his.
Have you ever had your shit pushed in? Excuse me.
And I'm mad that one Hispanic guy is typecast. He don't do nothing but play a little Hispanic thug.
Look, bless his heart. Like, sir.
Because he was in Street Kings playing a little thug. He always
he typecasted. Poor thing. Denzel Washington, he deserved an Oscar, absolutely. American Gangsters. I've never seen American Gangster, believe it or not. That's another thing on this villains list. I didn't put people who played actual real life people. If I'm not mistaken, and I think American Gangster is based off like a real life person.
Yeah, it's based off a real person.
Yeah, so I didn't put them on there. What's his name? Ice, I think from Paid in Full. He's not on here. Ike Turner is not on here. Ice wasn't originally on here. I took him off. I just didn't feel right with putting somebody that was like an actual person that did like real life, like fucked up stuff to people. So I don't feel right being like, what kind of villain or no, you're a real life like, terrible person.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, that's not okay. Poor Jake. Jake just wanted to do his job. Yes. He said, I just want to train. Do we pull him over? Do we give him a ticket? Like what we do? I don't want to do all this. Oh gosh, let me tell you. Definitely diabolical. Come on, alliteration. Definitely diabolical. Denzel deserves that Oscar for that role. Yes. He set up the whole plot perfect until the Mexican gang told on him. Listen, snitches get stitches. Listen, you want to go home or you want to go to jail? Goddamn. The options. Oh, hold on now. I'm not what to say now. Denzel was not the villain, but at the same time he was teaching the rookie. So that's when I was trying to find that.
Yeah, that's what made me change. Because you know what he did? He taught him like that was a teacher.
Y'all not going to do this. I'm not gonna do this. No. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What's say? Oh where is my little J going? Oh where can he be? I'm circled with this. Listen, Alonzo, diabolical. All right. Let's see who else we got on our list. Y'all are hanging in there. Y'all are saying steady. Thank y'all so much for hanging with us. We are two hours. Shit, it's almost my bedtime. Okay, let's see.
And you
Um,
know what? This why I have to listen to you because I was like, we don't have enough villains. We need to add villain. Child, we ain't need to add nobody else because we already at 2 hours.
we have 30 of them on this list. We definitely have a lot of villains on here for sure. All right, let's go. Let's go to our next villain. This one, this is gonna be another controversial one, but let's see what we talking about.
The family. The family fucked my husband. Yeah, Faith fucked my husband. And what are you gonna say, huh?
Terry,
Terry, what?
can we talk about
Can
this?
we talk about what? Fuck you!
All right, that is our girl Terry from Soul Food. Yeah, so this is another one. Like, is she really the villain, or were we just kind of made to believe that we had to have a bad guy in the movie and she just happened to be it? Like, I have feelings. For me, Terry was right. Terry was right about everything. Terry was right. Like, like we need to sell Big Mama house to get money. Why is Uncle Pete up here in this room? Anybody talking to him? Like, we need to do better as a family. Faith did, in fact, fuck her husband. So other than being bougie, like that was Terry's only crime. So for me, Terry's innocent. She's innocent. I don't care. Lady's innocent. That's where she's at for me. Um, Nikki, what you say?
Yeah, Terry is absolutely not a villain in no shape, way, or form. The family, just because she was a successful one, she had money, they was always leeching, going to her for every single thing. You cannot
Mhm.
just, pull from the well till it down run dry and expect people to just go along. Her who was Vivica Fox took her boyfriend when they was
Mhm.
teenagers. Miles cheated on her. Yes, she wasn't really supportive of his career, but did not say, "Hey, go f my cousin." Like
Right.
they did her wrong. She was not wrong for wanting to sell Big Mama house, just like you said. She was not wrong for anything that she had going on. Not a villain. I'm gonna put her down here next to my other girl that's not a villain in the bottom tier. I'm not scared because I wouldn't be doing nothing to Terry. Terry, look, me and Terry cool. We would have been, baby, what you need me to sign so you can sell Big Mama house? I'm here with you, Terry. She is not a villain, and I have always hated the way the movie frames her as a villain. But I do feel like Black families tend to have a Terry. Like they tend to have that cousin, that sister, that niece that the family look at as the one with the attitude or the one that's a certain way. But really, it's because y'all need to stop using the Terrys of the family.
Yeah, period. Every time I see an ATM, I think automatically Terry's money. Like, period. We all do know it's Terry. And I feel like all of y'all agree. Y'all's probably like, oh no, not Terry. She's not a villain. But that's why I put her on here because the way the film is written, it's
She
almost
is
as
the
if
villain.
she's supposed to be our
So
villain. But, Terry was right. He said justice for Terry. Not a villain. The family was wrong. Thank
absolutely.
you, Christopher. Thank you. You ladies are seriously cool. Christopher, you probably are too. No, you are for sure. You're here with us. You are amazing. You are beautiful. Sorry. Okay. Um, not a villain. Family is wrong. Terry was not the villain at all. I don't consider her as a villain. She's kind of aggressive with the knife, though.
No, she needed to pick up that knife. I'm not. No, pick it up. Pick it up, Terry. Get the knife. Get the knife. They should have never took it out
Yeah.
of her.
Yes. Terry was just bougie. That don't make her a villain. It don't. They used Terry. Absolutely. Terry was innocent. Her actions have been justified for sure. She absolutely could have been in the justified category. Innocent. Family took advantage of her. Terry was doing too much. Her family wanted to get her some kind of way.
Now, hold on, now, Terry. What was Terry
Mm,
doing? That was too much, Emma.
right. Yeah, yeah. Maybe like she was like too bougie, you feel like, with the penthouse and all that. I don't
I don't
know. Or
think
maybe
she was bougie. Baby earned everything she had. She came from the same family as her sisters, and she worked for everything she had. I would not
Mm,
call her bougie.
period. Big Mama left me the rights to that house, and therefore we selling that house. Anybody got a problem? Fight me. Period. Period. Joseph. That's what I'm talking about. You want to square up, square up. That's all I know. Yeah, for sure. Terry is innocent. She's beaten all the charges. Case closed, dismissed. She is not the villain. Rewrite the movie. Now this next villain, just there's no arguing. They're definitely not innocent. So let's go ahead and take a look at this next clip.
I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about myself. Look, I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. And you less of a man than me, so as soon as I decide that you ain't gonna be shit.
Yes, that is Bishop of Juice. You know what? Bishop is actually the reason why I even did this tier ranking list. Because when I did my reaction to Juice, I was saying how I don't feel like Bishop gets the recognition outside of the Black community for his villainy and how much of a villainous character that he is. Um, but Nikki, I'm gonna let you start. What's your thoughts on Bishop?
Yeah, I saw this movie once 100 years ago, but I completely agree. And I actually agree when it comes to the bulk of this list. That outside, like if you go to other YouTuber channels of a different skin tone, they're not mentioning these villains. They're not
Mhm.
mentioning these movies. And it's a shame because a lot of these are literally just cinematic classic villainous characters. Bishop is the epitome of it being your own people. Throw him all the way. I mean, are there any questions? Like, throw him all the way to the top. Now, I am in the minority, maybe, of people who do not feel that Tupac can act. Like, I'm so sorry, but I don't. I think he's like bad or terrible? No, but do I think he's like a Wesley Snipes? Hell no.
Just say
But
okay.
but I actually think he did really well here. I think this was actually his best acting role, in my humble opinion. Now, is it my favorite role of his? No, my favorite role, my favorite movie of his is actually gang related. I have seen that movie 50,
Mm,
100,000 billion times. I love gang related, but I think his acting is terrible in the gang related. But I think that it was something about Juice. I don't know if it was what the director was able to pull out of him, but
mhm.
I think that is his best performance, his best character that he ever brought out in film. And I know I'm in a minority. I already know. Don't send me no hate mail, black folk. Don't send me no hate
This is
mail.
a safe space. This is a safe space.
I go up for Tupac as well. But objectively, I don't think he's a good actor. But I think that this is absolutely a top tier villain of any race, of any genre, psychopath, like diabolical, just anything you, whatever other synonyms and antonyms and antimanium that you got, like it all points to Bishop. Low down dirt cat. And that is, and I actually love that you just played that clip because that's like my favorite and the one that's always in my memory, no matter how long I go without seeing it. Because that's to me is the epitome underline of that character. He
Mhm.
don't care about himself, so how he gonna care about anybody else? Like
Period.
y'all ain't gonna be itch to him because he ain't even itch to himself. Like he not gonna care about stopping everybody around him because he don't even think much of himself. And I love that scene and what it represents for that character. Top tier Mount Rushmore of villains. Absolutely. It
Period.
be all people.
They do, especially when it's Bishop. For sure, diabolical. Bishop is diabolical. And for again, every reason that you said, he killed his friends, it's just I feel like in my reaction to it, I said everything I feel about Bishop. He really, it almost like he was trying to overcompensate for the reputation that his dad had in the neighborhood, and he wanted to prove that he was this this big tough guy when he really wasn't. He didn't have the minute he got a gun, all that loyalty went out the window. I really feel like he was a fake friend the whole time anyway.
Like, yes, these were his childhood friends.
But not really. It was just like this is like that one kid that like y'all mamas is friends. And so by default, you got to hang out with their child. But really, you like, I really don't like you, but my mama keep making me play with you. So I guess, that's what Bishop gives. But yeah, I agree. Rushmore of villains, like he stands toe to toe with Alonzo, him, Ronnie, Mary. They're all like the villain Rushmore, like in black cinema, for sure. What y'all saying over here in the comments? I know y'all got something to say. Bishop was crazy AF, was psycho. Tupac was something else in this role. Crazy MF. R.I.P. Pac. Period. I take it back. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT of Diabolical. Period. Yes. Let's see. He didn't want to go out like his father. There's more to the story in the deleted scene. I'm so sick of deleted scenes, but they be helpful. But I'm like, just put it in the movie. Like, I gotta search for these things. Gotta go to the extras on the DVD. Juice is a horror movie for sure. I don't give a F what anybody says. Tupac scared the F out of me in this movie. Yeah, I said that too. That Juice is low key a horror film. It's definitely a thriller. If it for nothing else. Bishop keeps killing innocent people. He did, child. He didn't care. Everybody except Rodimus. Rodimus wasn't innocent. Rodimus was a bully. His acting had potential. Now, Nikki.
Yes, potential. Absolutely. Absolutely. But he needed an acting coach. He needed maybe if he obviously life wasn't cut short, we probably could have seen him advance his craft.
Yeah. I mean, he went to acting school. That was like his whole thing. He was like
he needed a better school because the acting wasn't where it needed to be.
Him and Jada went to the same theater school.
Well, they had, I don't know, Jada got something more.
She went to an extra class.
I love Jada. No Jada slander shall prosper for me. I love her.
Period.
One of our first black final girls in horror.
I love her. Bishop was a psycho. These were supposed to be his boys in childhood. He had no issues killing Raheem and trying to take out anybody else too. Period. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, I'm gonna start reading less comments because we got to get through this, child. We're gonna be here for 12 hours. All right. So let's where I'm at. Scroll. We already did them. We already did those. All right. This one is a legendary villain. Probably our most typical villain of all. So let's go ahead and get into this next one.
Helen, I came for you. Be my victim. Be my victim.
Finally, we're in a horror genre.
Yes, I'm gonna say, child, we are in your neighborhood, Nikki. I'm gonna let you start this one off. Candyman, what are your thoughts?
Look, the number one thing that I need in any suitor is for him to be willing to grab the hook and just wear the hook for just wear the hook for me. Just wear the hook.
Come on now, wear the hook and have the hook. Okay.
Candyman is obviously an icon. Period. Tony Todd is an icon. Absolutely. I did a video recently of the top iconic final guys in horror. Tony Todd is there. And Candyman himself is going all the way to the top. Because why the hell was you terrorizing the projects? Go get the white people. Them the ones cut off your hand, bro. Like that pisses me off so bad. And the fact that people say, "Oh, don't say Candyman name too many times." Candyman. Because he don't kill the person saying his name. He let them white women live. In Candyman and the Candyman sequel, he did not get them white women. He killed people that ain't even say his damn name in the mirror. Like that irks me so bad. He was killing people that did not say his name. But in the realm of like diabolical, he ain't got nothing on some of the other people. Like he ain't got nothing on some of the other people. Candyman. But
you
iconic.
I mean, you said exactly what I feel about Candyman. And let me just say, and y'all, I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but this is why I actually hate the movie Candyman. Because what do you mean? This formerly this entity of this enslaved man that was killed by a white mob for his interracial love and was tortured with bees, come back to the Cabrini Green projects and is killing the black people for the
Exactly.
white lady. Huh?
Dr. Umar done told y'all to leave that white milk alone. Like you got your hand chopped off over some sour cream. Like yeah,
Stop.
I will say I am not much of a fan of the Candyman movie. I'm not, but I love like the lore and actual
Hmm.
like Candyman and Tony Todd. But that movie is just about that white lady. Like that movie is just about Helen. And they kill the black best friend, little trophy black best friend for no damn reason. See, that's why I said we could say Candyman name as many times because he gonna kill people that ain't even say his name because
Right.
they say his name.
Listen, listen. He was terrorizing the people, his own people. I
Yeah,
mean, I hate that for us. And that's probably why I actually like the remake. A lot of people don't. I actually enjoyed it. I felt like that was more realistic. And no offense, but I would imagine that entity from an enslaved man that was killed by a mob of white people would then kill the white people of today, or the black people. There's
like
just like
that's
this is
the
black people.
background that y'all wanted to set. Why is he in the hood killing us?
Why it gotta be us, brother? You see where we at, brother? You see what they doing to us. Why would you then do worse? Somebody did say A Light 33 said, well, to frame Helen. Helen did end up getting framed for it, but I don't think that his
He
motivation
was
was
in love with Helen. He wanted him another little white tic tac. Like that's why he went after Helen. He wanted her on the throne next to him, child.
he did. He did. So yeah, he was terrorizing the hood for no good reason. So he almost went to justify. Now, if we were doing like the Yaya version of Candyman, then it would have been justified. But since this is the Tony Todd version, she's just gonna be diabolical because why you kill your own people, brother?
Right. Where's Dr. Umar when we need him?
Where he at? We needed him the whole movie. He would have been like the thing to take out Candyman. That would have been like the powers of the Hoteps to come together to take out Candyman. That's like the seance. It's like that. Yeah, that's what they should have did. But yeah, shout out to Candyman. You know, just not the story writing. All right, so this next villain is part of a movie that I low key kind of hate. So let's go ahead and get into
Oh
it.
wow.
Skinny. Hey, bitch. You tell me this shit fell out your pocket, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, what, man?
You know what you could do.
Boy, what can I do, man? You tell me what I can do, man.
You can suck my dick, bitch.
Hey, bitch, why don't you suck on this shit, motherfucker?
Why do you I love this movie.
I hate Hustle and Flow so much. I saw this in the movie theater, and when it was over, I was like, oh, okay. And that was the last time I saw. But I remembered Skinny Black, is Ludacris, and yeah, for me, Skinny Black. I mean, he wasn't that impressive as a villain, and it kind of
No.
just gave a villain just because we need to have a villain in a movie because it's a movie. So for me, Skinny Black was just a hater. Like his villainy, he wasn't really diabolical. I mean, in fairness, like, why are you handing me like your cassette tape? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to drink with my boys. Um, hell, I forget the what's his name, child? I forget all the people in that damn movie. I ain't gonna lie, and I've been drinking a little bit. Listen, um, well, Terrence Howard, whatever his character name, the lead character, I forget his name, but I mean, I respect his hustle and flow. But Skinny Black didn't have to throw his little tape in the toilet and pee on it, and he got what he had coming to him. But overall, to me, he was just like the villain, and he was just more of a hater than anything else for me.
Now I might feel a little different and I might have an unpopular opinion. I don't think Skinny Black is a villain at all. Point blank, period. Because
Mm.
you cannot like expect. The one thing that bugs me is when people ask you for a favor, ask you for something, and it's like you have to say yes. Like Skinny
Mhm.
Black not here for you. He doesn't have to listen to your tape. He doesn't like. Who cares if he threw the tape in the trash? If he threw it in the toilet? Who cares? Like you spent all this time making this tape with this whole dream of you finna go to Skinny Black and this your chance. That's not how you get on. Like no one owes you. I just hated the whole way they framed it as if because we from the same high school to know like I owe you something. Of
Mhm.
course, would it have been nice? Would it have been a good person to be like, you know what? Let me listen to your tape. Yes, of course. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but to beat his ass and put that nasty tape in his mouth. Come on, man. Like he did not owe Terrence Howard character anything. I completely disagree with how they framed it. Like the little skinny black man got put on however he did. Now you go try and get put on however you need to. Like it's not a situation where somebody owes you a leg up. Is it nice to? Is it a good thing to? Of course it is. But I don't think he was a villain. I'm gonna put him in the 90s slang player haters degree. That's
Yeah.
it. He had a PhD.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. When did he go to jail? We gotta stop singing his music. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Then you got a PhD, play a hating degree. That just reminded me of that. Um, yeah. Skinny Black. I don't know. Like y'all are kind of persuasive, but I've already, made my bed and I gotta lay in it. But not one of my faves, but he seems like a bad guy. Um, yeah, hater all the way. What's up, Kevin? Welcome, welcome. Yes, DJ. That was his name. I mean, it was all in the songs. We should have known. Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop that trick. Yeah. Okay.
And I will say, we were talking about Tupac acting. I think Ludacris is a rapper that is really talented with his acting. Like he
Yeah.
can really act.
Mm-hmm. I thought you was gonna say Terrence Howard.
No, he's not a rapper.
He wasn't in. He
I'm just
rapped
thinking
himself.
in the realm of rappers turn
He rapped,
actors because we were talking about Tupac.
he rapped them songs in this movie. That's how a lot of demo tapes used to get treated back. Oh, that's sad.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like you hand somebody a tape, but you gonna beat them down because they ain't want to listen to it. Like what kind of punk move is that?
Yeah. Y'all might be right, but I ain't changing my ranking. Oh, okay. Now here's my favorite, one of my favorite villains on this list. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this little clip of this notorious villain.
Fuck your office hours. I need to talk to you right now, motherfucker. Now, if you have any other problem with your royalties and my books, my office hours are from 9 to 5.
Whew. All right, that was Big Red from the Five Heartbeats. He's probably one of my favorite villains, quite frankly. He's something else. Nikki, what you say about Big Red?
You should go first so I could hear the case for him because I have never seen the Five Heartbeats.
What?
I have never seen the Five Heartbeats. I have never seen what's that other one? They Ain't Come to See You, Otis. I have never seen
The
that one.
Temptations?
The Temptations, never saw that.
Okay.
I never saw the Jackson 5 miniseries.
Okay, girl. Okay. Well. Let me.
9 times out of 10, if it's not Murder and Mayhem, I didn't see it.
Okay. So boom. So Big Red is definitely a red because I think it's Big Apple's name, his label. But Red is, and again, it's so perfect timing because the diddler and is locked up in jail. Was a shady record exec. He was basically the guy that he backhanded was beaten down. He took his royalties. He went giving him no money. He was trying to get the Five Heartbeats on his record label. He ended up getting them after spoiler alert, their manager gets killed. Very suspiciously, but not really. Red was terrible. For me, Red is diabolical. Like he was a shady record exec. He had their manager killed and had the audacity to show up to the funeral.
Oh
Talking
Lord.
about anything, talking to the wife, is there anything you need from me? You just and she backhand slapped the shit out of him. So Red is very a much shady character. Yeah. So that's what I got on Red. That's the deets pretty much. He's a shady record exec.
Yeah, I absolutely cannot stand behind doing bad business. He ain't even getting what his due is. You said he ain't pay them people their royalties, so he taking what
Mm,
belongs to other people. So he gonna be in it be your own people because obviously this is a black group that he doing this to. Yeah, I am completely not one for bad business. I am not one for the whole attitude of people becoming billionaires and feeling like you gotta like take and exploit other people, which is what it sounds like he was doing. No,
mm,
no, 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 no. It be your own people. He at the top.
yeah. Now, Ronna, what you mean? Justified behavior. That was so unjustified.
Uh-uh.
Red was
Let's
terrible.
let's have somebody exploit Ronald where you work so I can have your boss exploit you and take your paycheck. And so he could
Listen,
say, that's just how I gotta do business.
right. Yeah. So my office hours from 9 to 5. They said you got some binge watching to do, Nikki. Um, I love me some 5 Hour Beats. It's such a good movie. I watched The Temptations just to hear Leon say, "Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis." They come to see the Temptations. Um, yeah, no. Big Red is terrible. Oh, I agree. The actor that plays Big Red scares me. I don't like the way he looks. Oh, oh, that's not very nice. Okay. The Equalizer said, "Hey, Nikki, that's one of your mods."
Hey, Equalizer, yes.
All right, y'all. So Red is diabolical. Now here is for real, my all-time favorite villain of any movie by far.
I the meanest? Show enough. Am I the prettiest? Show enough. Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time? Show enough.
Skinny little lizards like you thinking they the last dragon that gives Kung Fu a bad name. Get up, Leroy. I got something real for your ass in these hands. Who plays this garbage? Shut up, bitch! Tell that chicken-hearted son of yours to name the place. Now he's got to fight me.
Show enough. By far my favorite villain of any movie, any genre, any all the things. I am a super fan of The Last Dragon. Love it, love it, love it. Nikki, you have seen The Last Dragon.
I have never seen The Last Dragon.
What?
Yeah. Um, no, I've never seen it. But that little clip, he seems like the type of villain earlier that I said I like, the over the top hairstyle type of villain. But what did he do to be a villain?
So, Show Enough is literally just our antagonist to our hero Bruce Leroy. Which I still feel like he was locked up in jail, but it's open for discussion as to where he had been this whole time. But he comes back on the scene. The Shogun is back, and he wants total supremacy in this martial arts game in the hood. And so he's trying to beat Bruce Leroy, trying to fight him to prove that he is the master. He is the last dragon. Like it is just like straight up, just like martial arts
Wait,
fighting.
why does this sound like the movie from the 90s with Christopher Walken and Lawrence Fishburne, where he comes out of jail and wants to get his spot back on the street? I think it's called King of New York or something. Why that sound just like this movie? Like literally, that sounds like the synopsis for. I think it's called King of New York. But
I know
it don't sound to me like he did nothing too diabolical.
No. I mean, Show Enough is just the bad guy. Like he didn't do anything diabolical. Like the main, like the diabolical villain is Eddie Arcadian. But he ain't black. So
No, now
Show
wait. They in the comments saying he a bully. Y'all know I don't like no bullies.
He is a bully. He is a
Yeah,
bully.
I don't like no
I did
bully.
kind of judge her a little bit, B. I did that just a little bit.
My biased opinion, because I never saw the movie, I'm gonna put him in Shiesty McNasty. He wanted to get to the top and he was a bully. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. I'm not the only one. But you know what? Maybe I need to get into the genre, but I've never been like a martial arts type of like those like what is it called? Kung Fu movies. That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
I've never gotten into Kung Fu movies.
Okay. It's a fun. It is a fun time. I have a reaction up on my channel. Go check it out. Well, don't watch my reaction because I talk through the whole thing and just recite all the lines. So I don't know how much that's gonna help you watch it. You can barely remember the Last Dragon. Oh my God, I love Show Enough. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, okay. Let me see. Let's see who we got next. Oh, this fool here.
Feel sorry for your mother. What you say about my mama? You feel sorry for who? Hey, what the motherfucking video say? Do it right now. Bitch, I told your stupid ass. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, hurry up. Shit. See, you ain't gonna talk shit now, are you? Where all the money at, man? Fuck that. Nigga, fuck that. Go. Damn. Went to the store just to get.
All right, so that is Old Dog from Menace to Society. Nikki, you seen Menace to Society?
I have never seen Menace to Society, but I did watch Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. So I know the scene. What you say about my mama? Just go. I don't want no trouble. And then they walk in the store, niggas. I know that.
Close enough. Close enough. Close enough.
So who we saying the villain? The Asian man or
no,
Lorenz?
Old Dog. Oh, the one that killed the two people. The killer. The killer is the villain.
Okay, so he wasn't getting smacked down the stairs like in the other movie.
No. Like this was Old Dog was terrible. Like other than him killing the owners of the corner store, he also killed a crackhead because the crackhead offered to suck his thing for some cheeseburgers. No, wait, he had burger. I can't remember, but he offered to suck his
wasn't
thing.
that in Friday? No, wait, that was in Don't Be a Menace to South.
Yeah.
Drinking juice in the hood.
Yeah. The crackhead had the burgers, and Old Dog killed him because he offered to suck his thing. And
let the crackhead do it.
Right.
But
yeah,
y'all don't give me too much flack in the comments. For one, I am a very like closed in kind of person. Like I typically, I have expanded since starting my channel a few years ago, but the bulk of my life, even as a kid, like I never saw Little Mermaid. Like when I was a kid, if it wasn't horror, thriller, action, mob, crime, I really wasn't watching it. And I'm also not a fan of like the black people in the hood doing gangster thug, we poor, we in the projects. I'm just not that type of movie watcher. So don't give me too much. Okay. But times when I would be like at my cousin's house and stuff, that was the times when I saw stuff like Boys in the Hood, and different stuff like that. Like I've never seen Love Jones. I'm not a romance movie kind of person. So don't take my black card. Okay. I could play spades. Okay. I could bust some spades. So leave my black card in my wallet.
Period. That's it. We're gonna leave it alone.
He sound diabolical. And I'm gonna put him in it beyond people. Because obviously he was being treacherous and wrecking through the neighborhood.
He was a menace to society. He really was. Oh, I love this comment right here. The fact that Kane got in the end, but not Old Dog is insane. Period. Crack is a powerful drug. Okay, it's a hell of a drug. Let's see. Oh, don't be coming far now. How old are you, Nikki? If you're not an 80s baby, then you get a pass.
Okay, so what do people be considering an 80s baby? First of all, I'm 40. I'm about 40. I was born in 86. So I didn't grow up in the 80s, but I was born in the 80s. So what do people consider an 80s baby? Because I grew up, I consider myself a 90s kid because that's when I grew up.
That you're 80s baby.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it meant you were like born in the 70s and grew up in the 80s. So I never be clear on what that means.
I mean, fair, fair. It can be a little ambiguous. But yeah, that's right. A like
Okay.
33. 80s baby, but 90s kid.
Okay.
Yeah. But you still get a pass. You still get a pass. Look,
Thank you, honestly.
in the same way, don't be ashamed. I said we might be the cut up committee, the cut up crew over here, but we are a welcoming bunch. And speaking of which, if you are enjoying this video so far and you want more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the cut up crew. We are a very welcoming bunch over here. Unless you get rude, then we will cut your ass. But other than that,
Come to Death Row.
just a reminder, subscribe.
I love that come to death row. If you don't want nobody dancing in the videos,
All in the videos, all on the song. This is kind of unrelated, but Suge Knight is kind of a villain in his own right. But now that everything has come out about Sean Combs, Suge might have been right this whole time.
because refresh my memory. But it ain't been no Me Too movement on Suge. Like I ain't heard nothing about him. Did I miss it? Because I ain't heard nothing about him drugging or assaulting nobody.
No, so Suge Knight was pretty much like the big red in real life.
Okay.
So like he was real
still
sinister.
diabolical.
He was diabolical to other men, but to my
Okay.
knowledge, like Michelle Lay and him used to date. And she said that he was like one of the compared to her relationship with Dr. Dre, who was beating her ass, Suge Knight was not. And he was
Okay.
very good to her. That at least is what I believe is true about Suge Knight. But yeah, I think right. I hope they ain't locked up together because Puff in trouble. Molly, you in danger, girl. Yeah, let me see. What's it say now? You must seen some good movies in theater as a kid.
Absolutely. My mother is a movie buff and a horror girl, and I spent my childhood in the theater. Like I was so shocked to like grow up and be like, oh, y'all don't spend all day in the theater. Y'all don't see 3-4 movies and be in the theater all day. That was my childhood.
Yeah, it was a time though. The 90s was an amazing time. Diddy looks like a literal demon. Yeah, he started to look worse when you start talking about Call Me Brother Love.
And they'll be the main ones. Okay, we're not even gonna go off on that. But they'll be the main ones.
You need a whole series on your channel just called Them Be the Main Ones. That's what you need. Start a podcast. Them be the main ones.
Be careful when I say stuff because my analytics show that the bulk of my audience is male. But oh, that's so diabolical to call yourself brother love and you're doing all that. But
Yeah, you're a menace. A menace to society. Oh, dog, listen, it all comes full circle. All right. So we almost done, y'all. We coming down to the last few villains. Thank y'all for sticking around. This is a long live. This will be the longest y'all will ever see me on. Well, who knows? Let me not say that because I might do this again. Probably will. So let's get to this next villain.
Sure hope they didn't get the rent money, cause you two niggas been ducking and dodging me for about 3 weeks now. Today is the day you motherfuckers is gonna kick in. I don't need no army, Mr. Smartass. My son Damon home right now. Damon! So either I'm gonna get my rent money today, or somebody getting their salad tossed tonight.
All right, that is our girl, Miss Pearly. Miss Pearly from Friday After Next. Nikki, you seen Friday After Next?
yes, ma'am, I saw Friday After Next. And comedy is one of my least favorite genres, but I have seen Friday After Next. I feel like she low level. We gonna put her in player haters degree. And I do feel like Friday and Next Friday are the gems for me. Like Next Friday is gold. Once we get to Friday After Next, it was entertaining enough, but I don't think it reaches the level of Friday and Next Friday. But she was low level. She was just a hater. She got a PhD. She got the player haters degree. She was funny, but come on now, child. Like she wasn't really diabolical.
Right. No. Miss Pearly wasn't. Miss Pearly is so funny to me. Miss Pearly was what I put her? Oh, just justified behavior. I feel like her behavior was justified.
Pay the rent.
They was yeah. She said, I want my rent. And not only when she went up there to ask for her rent, they talked about she had a wolf pussy. That they could smell. Talked about she need to get her mustache lined up. Said they ain't gonna get nothing. She ain't gonna get nothing from them unless she got an army with her. So they was trying Miss Pearly the whole time. She said, I don't need no army. My son Damon.
And
Damon.
A-Light, I agree. I do love Cat Williams' pimp named Slickback in the. I think that was the highlight of the movie for me.
Yes. Period. Yeah, I love him. That's why I was like, this is another movie where there's a lot of possible villains in it, just because there was so much chaos happening. But Miss Pearly to me was the standout, just because she was so funny. She was the one that they had to have the rent party for. But I feel like it was justified because they was late on their rents, and they was like, you ain't, you just the manager. Well, I'm gonna manage to evict your punk skinny ass. I love Miss Pearly. Oh, Miss Pearly was funny but wrong. Basically, if Craig and Day didn't pay the rent, she was gonna send her princess son.
You know what? When you put it in context like that, Joseph, that is diabolical. Wait a minute, wasn't Terry Crews the one that was her son?
Yeah, Damon
maybe I
was.
need to revisit that movie because Terry Crews was funny in that movie too.
Yeah, Damon was the real villain in this movie for sure. And this is another one I said we probably have to do a part 2 to this because I definitely could have added Damon on here. I just forgot about him because I love Miss Pearly as a character so much. But yeah, not threatening villain at all. Justified behavior. Justified. Just run her rent money. I mean,
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna move her up to the mid tier. I'm getting shook because y'all right. She was threatening that her son was gonna essay them people. That's diabolical. That's diabolical for real.
But it was an ultimatum. Either I get my rent today, or the CSI, or somebody getting a salad tossed tonight. Now, mind you, in that same scene, when they had got robbed by Santa Claus, Day had just said he had a girl that was gonna suck his dick from the back, and he ain't never had that. So I feel like he might have liked getting his salad tossed by Damon. I don't know.
He could have, and everybody on my channel know I love a bi guy. So maybe he would have been down for the get down. We don't know. So you know what? I'm about to put her back where she was. Okay,
You gotta put her back.
You just a player.
Look, I just removed it from the stage. Listen, that's it. I'm just saying. Listen, it's one of my favorite Christmas movies. It really is. I watch it every year. I love Friday After Next. It's so funny to me. Listen,
let me revisit that movie. Y'all making me want to go revisit it.
I heard they call you Sweet Willie. Can I have some? I love Friday After Next. All right, so the last few villains are except for a couple. Let's go ahead and get to our last few. We're at the bottom 2, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get to the next one.
Yo, what's up, man? What? Yo, this punk motherfucker throwing shit at us. Wait. Okay,
So the bullies in House Party. I believe their names were Pee Wee, Stab, and I forgot the third one. But 2 of them I know. Pee Wee, Stab, and the other one. Nikki, you seen House Party?
Yes, I saw House Party with my cousins when I was a kid.
Okay.
This is light work. Like, these are light work villains. Obviously, House Party is like a fun comedy, lighthearted movie. I'm gonna put them in player haters degree, but y'all know I can't stand no bullies. But this was very lighthearted movie. They didn't really do anything truly. I mean, with the people we got on this list, they didn't really do nothing. This is light work. This is child's play. So yeah, I'm gonna just put them in player haters degree.
Yeah.
Right. Like what are y'all doing in high school? Like,
why are these grown men here? Why? That's the most egregious part. Why are y'all old asses in here playing high school students? For sure. Oh, wait, hold on. Got the name. Pee Wee, Stab, Zilla. I couldn't remember the other one's name. I don't even think they really even said their name. Well, at least Zilla's name. I don't remember them saying, but the other 2 I remember. I put just a hater. They were haters. They were just bullies for no reason. The kid, well, yeah, for no reason. The kid, just because they just didn't like them, and just because they were the typical villains. But they were fun though, and they started to creep towards Diabolical because when they was in general lockup, they tried to get kid raped in jail. But I'm like, that's not even how county work.
I don't remember that.
Remember they was in the prison scene and they was drawing straws to see who would hit it?
I have not seen this since I was a kid. I don't remember nobody being in prison. I thought it was just a lighthearted little fun black coming of age movie.
Well, it was just the county. It was just the county. But they tried to play it like it was like federal prison. Like nobody is sexually assaulting nobody in general lockup. Like it ain't even general lockup. It's just the county, literally. Like you can bail out the next night. He did now, and that's another thing they're talking about. They're gonna burn the house down.
Okay, y'all. Like I was a kid a long time ago. I have not seen this movie since I was a kid.
Yes.
Y'all bring some real diabolical stuff.
Yes. Oh, they also said diabolical only because staff wanted to burn down the house with everybody in it, and they were so serious. He had. I agree, y'all. That's why I was like, but because they didn't go through with it, I'm gonna put them on just a hater. But it could have got real diabolical.
Little pyromaniacs.
Yes, everybody keeps saying the same thing. He's about to burn everybody in the house down. Nikki, have you seen House Party 2 and 3?
I've never seen the sequels.
Well, you ain't missing nothing.
I didn't see the remake either.
And God bless you, because it's absolute trash. You didn't need to see it, girl. Bless. Just stick with the OG. That's it. Ain't nothing else worth watching. The second one ain't bad, but it ain't good. All right, let's go ahead and round out. Let's go to this next one.
Seem to understand something. See, they would be in marital bliss by the time the book was supposed to have come out. I almost got thrown from a fucking building because of your ass. Thank you. And what the fuck is that smell? Woo!
So that is Harper from The Best Man. You seen The Best Man?
She slapped fire out of him, and it looked like he already got beat up. No, I have never seen The Best Man. Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like is Tay Diggs diabolical in here because y'all hate
him? So so here's the gist. Okay. So Tay Diggs plays Harper, who is an author, who has a fiction book that comes out that has a lot of the events that happened with him and his friends in college. And of course, he switches out the names for fictional names. And so the main character ends up sleeping with one of the friends, and everybody thinks it's the girl that he was with. And then come to find out, I don't know if you plan to watch this or not, but spoiler alert.
Not. Does anybody get killed? Is there any murder? Then I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Okay. So come to find out, it actually was his best friend's girlfriend that he slept with, and so he wrote a book about it. And so he was trying to, and Morris Chestnut plays his best friend, and so he tried to keep the book from them. They was getting married. And then he ends up finding out that Harper slept with his little precious Mia, and he get his ass whooped. And then that's the scene that we saw. He went over to the house, and then he was at the wedding with his girlfriend while he's trying to fuck Nia Long's character. So yes, Harper is trash.
So wait a minute. He cheated. He slept with his best friend's wife, fiance, whatever. Then snitched on himself in a book, and then while he's at the wedding with his girlfriend, he trying to sleep with Nia Long, and it looked like in that scene he was blaming her for something.
Yes, because she worked at a magazine, and so she was trying to get a preview copy of the book because it felt like it was going to be a bestseller. So she wanted to kind of get the jump on it, and so she ended up getting a hold of the book, reading a preview copy, and then she was the one. She thought that he was writing about her and him sleeping together as like, because they had like a will they won't they type relationship. So she thought he was writing out like this fantasy of them being together, and then she put the pieces together and was like, you fucked Mia. And that's
so how he mad at her? He snitched on himself. Like the book would have came out, whether it comes out now or late. Yeah, she slapped fire out of him.
And trying to profit from a book. It was listen, and he's a snitch too.
He snitched
Like
on himself.
yes, he basically broke the faith of his
Are you
friendship.
really a snitch if you snitch on yourself?
Robin should have said no. Robin absolutely should have said no. And what the fuck is that smell?
What
Listen,
was
she
the
sprayed that
smell?
Lysol like a room spray, and then like she sprayed it on
Oh,
the.
okay.
It was a whole thing. Harper was so stupid and judgmental towards Quentin. He was. He snitched on himself in the book. Like Harper was selfish. Don't know where to put him on the list. Right. I put diabolical. I said diabolical because he wrote that damn book. He had to put that stuff in that book, and then he gonna release it around the time of their wedding, and then trying to profit off of it, and then you bring your girlfriend to the wedding while you still trying to sleep with your will they won't they little crush. Boy, get out of here.
And wait a
Harper.
minute, why somebody in the comments just said he dedicated the book to the couple that he slept with?
Yes.
Wow,
Yes. I missed that
Tay.
comment. Yes. Yes. He dedicated the book to them. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Diabolical. Harper is diabolical. So don't let that little sweet smile fool you. Harper was diabolical in this whole stinking movie. He's a villain we don't talk about enough, but he is.
I agree with Equalizer in the comments. Is he diabolical or is he dumb as hell? Because all this, he blew up his own spot.
Listen, I feel like we'll see that, and that's a good point. But I think because of because of him trying to profit off of it and trying to keep it secret, talking about I wasn't gonna release it till after the honeymoon, knowing you had done all of this, he was very much intentional with stuff that he was doing. So it was his arrogance. So he wasn't that dumb. He knew what he was doing. He was just sloppy and didn't know that Jordan was gonna get a hold of the book. Listen.
But it would have came out eventually.
That and listen, you sound like Harper because that's what he said in the movie. You know, it would have came out, but by the time they would have been in wedded bliss.
Nah, that's stupid. But they would have got they could have gotten an annulment, but like, okay. So I never saw the movie, but the way y'all are saying this, like, okay, so he manipulative, he's sneaky, he doing all this stuff. Now, I know I may be in the minority. I feel very differently. If this would have been an ex and he slept with her, I don't feel like most people feel like just because you sleep with somebody does not mean you take ownership over them and your friends can never go near that person. But this was an active girlfriend of his friend. Ex. It be on people and it be on people. Like with friends like this, who needs enemies apparently? Yeah, he's on diabolical.
Terrible. Harper is awful.
Oh, but wait a minute. I'm thinking he only snitched on himself. He blew up the girl spot. Whoever the girl is that is with the best friend, he blew up her life.
Yeah, people low key kind of hate Mia too because Lance is kind of trash too because he was cheating on Mia the whole time.
Like, well, I don't want to sound bad. Like, why did she cheat? But like, was it a reason did they get drunk one night?
So yeah, and he
Wait, hold on.
I think Lance took her virginity. I think.
Who is Lance? Tay Diggs?
So Lance is Morris Chestnut. So Lance was the boyfriend and the friend, and he was like the star football player. So he was getting all the girls, but he was attracted to Mia because she was a virgin, she was pure, she was all of this stuff.
Wait.
Yeah.
I changed everything. So he was cheating, but then his girlfriend cheated with his nah. Okay, if we was girl, I would say she innocent. I would say she not a villain. Because baby, you was cheating the whole time. But it is did he cheat with any of her best friends though?
No.
That's another level.
Yeah.
That's another level. But look, I'm not mad at the girl. What you said her name was Mia? I'm not mad at Mia because he was laying it low and spreading it wide. But Tay Diggs, yeah, he was diabolical.
Yeah, he was terrible in this. Yeah, Harper got a little bit better in part 2 for sure. He learned after that ass whooping.
So Tay Diggs, not him. Morris Chestnut reads the book, puts 2 and 2 together, and go beat the snot out of Tay Diggs.
Yes.
Who was Lance?
Lance is Morris Chestnut, so
Oh,
that's
okay,
the
okay.
mm-hmm. He was Lance was trifling definitely. It's girl, it's a good movie. You should watch it. You
It
know,
sounds like a soap opera.
it definitely is given that. It's good though. It's a good time. All right. Oh, we down to our last four villains, y'all. We are killing it. Okay, come on, come on. Let's get to this next one.
Had to eat rabbit, raw and bloody. Girl had her first child, a beautiful baby girl. But the shadow, she gave birth to a little monster.
Red from Us. Red from Us. Nikki, now I know you seen Us.
Yeah, when it comes to horror, 9 times out of 10, I done seen it.
Yeah.
But I am not much of a fan of the movie Us.
Okay, but you seen
I
it.
saw it in theaters and I didn't like it, so I rewatched it. Because sometimes you can feel differently. There are some movies you might not like, but then you rewatch it and like it. The movie just really doesn't work for me overall. And Red as a villain is not my favorite. I hate that voice she puts on for the character.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of being diabolical, that
Mm-hmm.
poor little girl came down there. You stole her life. Well, hold on now. Which one are we ranking? Because
This is
this
Red.
one ain't the villain. She the
This is
one that was the little girl that was stuck down below, and then
mm-hmm.
the one from down below took her life.
Yeah, so this is
So
Red. This is who
okay,
they're
so
supposed to be our villain.
I'm not putting her in villainous because I was just a poor little girl, and switched lives and had me stuck down below.
Mm-hmm.
So she justified. Oh man, I don't feel like I have an appropriate tier for her. I'm gonna put her down at the bottom with the other people that I consider victims or innocent. The tier is I'm not scared, but basically all my innocent folks that I feel like were victims are at the bottom. Yeah, she turned into, I guess, a villain, but you stole my life, baby, and you stole my parents, and you had me trapped down here, and now my mind ain't right.
Right, right, right. Period.
I do like the villain, the concept of like your doppelganger, like how they did that in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna say she innocent because baby was just a little girl and you stole her life.
Mm-hmm. Now, Nikki, let me ask you this question because I posed this question when I did my reaction to this movie on my channel. Between you and your tethered self, who's winning in the fight?
Um, my tethered self. I think I'm gonna win because I feel like I'll be a little more evil. Like I'll be a little
Oh,
more
damn.
diabolical than my tethered self. Like I'm what Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. When they go low, I'm going to hell. Like
Oh,
whatever you
shit.
think you coming at me with, I'm finna go. Like I feel like it's no rules. If I gotta
Mhm.
bite, if I gotta get a weapon, if I gotta pull, like I'm gonna do whatever I need to do.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna beat my tethered self.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I said my tethered self will wear me out. Cause like the tether was like the most like the deepest, darkest like part of yourself, like that like shadow side of yourself. And I'm like, I know how I get when I get mad, and because of laws and morality, I can't act the way that I want to. But my tethered self would not have that train of thought. So that bitch would be crazy as shit. And I'm
But
like,
see, that's why I think I would beat my tethered self because I feel like when you're like a huge horror fan, I feel like you
mhm,
more so think about the more darker sides of yourself, maybe than like the average person.
mhm,
So I feel like I could probably go to some depths. And actually, when I was a kid, I had horrid anger problems. I mean, like
mhm,
really bad. Like
mhm,
my mama had to really work and help me with my anger. Like I would want to beat people up. I would destroy my room. I would break stuff. Like I had really horrible anger.
mhm.
And I'm completely not that person. But if you put me in like
A tethered
a
situation.
animalistic, predatory, like we finna really fight for our lives,
Mhm.
look, we gotta get gangster with you. Like
Listen,
we
ain't
we
no
we
holds
gotta get
barred.
gangster.
No, period. Listen. Yeah, I feel like my tether would. It would be a fight for the century for the masses, but I think she would take it because That part of me
You
is.
do seem like very sweet. Like I feel like you probably would get taken out real easy.
Oh yeah, my tether would go ham because I'd be like, I would be trying to fight, but I know how I am when I get to that rage part, and that would be my part of my tether. And I'm like, oh, this bitch is crazy. I'm going to shoot her. Let's see. For me, Red. So I thought innocent. The only reason why I didn't put her innocent because technically Red is innocent, but I feel like her behavior was more justified because of what happened to her. But the reason why she wasn't completely innocent is because you could have just took out Adeline. I think that was her name. Adeline. I forget. Addie. You could have just taken her out and that's it. Girl, you didn't have to unleash the tethered on the world. Like it just could have been just her. You could have snatched her ass up. But no, you wanted to unleash it on the whole entire world. So that's why I said justified behavior for the most part, but she ain't completely innocent. But I love
This is
Red.
what they turned her into.
That's very true. That's very true. I always wonder why it wasn't like the government, because the government was the one that did this in the first place. You know, that should
And
have been
maybe this movie is above my pay grade, but that's also why I don't really I don't get it fully. Like when we get to the end and they got the little people holding the hand, like what the hell does all that mean? Oh shoot, my damn dog. Like what the hell does all that mean?
Oh, because it was the because that was the last thing that that Red saw as a little girl that was like a an example of unity because that was like the big like political event and like the big political statement. And
I
so
just
imagine
don't
like
make no damn sense.
I love us. I love it.
Really?
I love us. Listen, Nicole, listen, yes. Scar from the Lion King. We already went over that. They are African. Okay. I kind of knew that she was suspicious because after she strangled her, she started grunting and making weird snarls, showing her true self. Yeah. I still missed it a little bit, but yeah, that ending reveal was pretty good. I think I would totally lose to my tethered. I love horror movies, but I'm no fighter. Listen, I hear that. All right. I will get to more
You
of
will
your comments.
surprise yourself, Amy. If you be in the horror, you be used to all that stuff seeps in, even if you don't know it, and you be done pull something out.
She was reclaiming her life and her time. That was supposed to be her life and her family. Listen, love is too strong. I like us. All right, we got our last three, honey. Our last three. And these last three are a doozy. Let's start here with this fool.
Me and this nigga went to junior high school together. We played in a motherfucking sandbox. And out of all the bitches in the world, you want to try to step to my baby's mom? Look, come on. Yo, why is you wild like that, man? We gotta rock like what?
Man, but you wildin' out, man.
Well, I'm wildin' out.
You supposed to be my man.
I am your
sorry, man.
Trigger warning. Trigger after the scene has already been played.
I think we're supposed to trigger warn before the scene.
They didn't show a whole lot. It was implied, Yeah, Nikki, what do we have to say about God?
Love Into Deep. That movie is. I feel like when people talk about like the crime, thriller stuff of the 90s, we talk about Casino, Goodfellas, and all, and Heat. We need to talk about Into Deep. I love Into Deep. I think that movie is so good. It is such a, oh my God. LL Cool J in that damn movie. Baby, to go from this and In the House and Deep Blue Sea, that's range. Okay, that's talent. And I always say that I'm sick of the essay and horror against women. And I always say why we don't show more essay and the hard R against men. That was ahead of the curve. That was ahead of their time because this right here will have the men squirming in their seats in the audience. Like that was visceral. Like I felt that. Like, and that's the one thing I don't like is I feel like the men in this scene should have reacted a lot more because that's insane. That post, woo. He deep throated that from the back. That was crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. What was his character name?
God, and then his
that's right.
his government name. Was
God is going to the top. It be your own people. When we talk about the villains in these crime movies, when we talk about Joe Pesci, when we talk about Casino, we need to mention LL Cool J as God in Too Deep, because yo, I think he could have got with Joe Pesci. Like, I think he could have got with the folks in Goodfellas. Like, they wasn't they like we could have mixed up the universe, because he was insane, and this was his childhood friend. And yes, if I remember correctly, I don't think he touched the girl. I think he like tried to hit on her when he was drunk. Ooh, this was some real consequences for your ass, literally.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, he's
Now,
on Mount Rushmore. He is about as evil as Nino Brown. Like, Nino Brown ain't putting no pool sticks up no men. Like,
yeah, that was a lot. I was like, just because he tried to holler at your baby mama. Now I will say this is the first movie on this list of villains I never seen In Too Deep.
oh wow. Oh, I got one movie over Sister Girl.
And let me tell you why. I've never seen it because of this scene I just played. I don't when stuff like any type of rape, I don't care if it's from on men, women, whoever, even like prison movies. I don't like none of that. That just is too much for me. But the fact that I know this scene and I've never seen this movie definitely makes this villain diabolical. Because why do I know about you and I've never seen this movie, but I know of this? And so I was like, if this character is doing anything like that just because somebody tried to holler at your baby mama, then I only can imagine what else happened in the movie that
Yeah,
I didn't.
he do some things.
Okay. So my thought is diabolical because that what within itself is crazy. Now I was afraid because this actually me putting that clip together was my first time actually watching that full scene. I had only seen just or even heard. Matter of fact, I just only had heard of the pool stick scene. So I thought he was gonna take the broken one and stick it up there. So thank God it wasn't that. It was still bad, but I was like, how far is this gonna go? But yeah, so what y'all saying? God was almost worse than Nino
Because I'm
Brown.
telling you, like, he was. I do not know where LL pulled that from. That was a psychopath.
Yeah,
Yeah, he played the hell out of that role.
yeah, Emma, that was a lot.
But and I agree with when I saw the movie, I saw it way back when it came out, so I didn't know anything about that scene. But I agree with you. I do not, if I know it beforehand, like I just saw a certain movie, I don't want to spoil it, but I didn't know that was what it was. But if I know beforehand, I don't watch movies with explicit essay scenes. But I will say, I do feel differently if it's against a man, only because I feel like women have to sit through those things it's a whole subgenre of horror about.
Yeah, true.
And it's certain movies where they just do that against women and it's really not necessary. So I feel like if we have to always sit through that horrific stuff happening to women, the men need to sit through it happening to them too. So that's the only reason I feel differently about it in Too Deep. It's because I feel like if we have to stomach it so much in cinema, the men need to stomach it as well.
Yeah, yeah. And it, like I said, I don't know how far the scene went, but it just was more implied than anything. So they didn't even like.
They didn't show you nothing. You just knew what he did, but they didn't actually explicitly show the damn pool. If I remember correctly, because I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but they don't explicitly show the pool stick penetrate.
Like up in here. Yeah, that'd be look too much. All right, so we're getting down to our last two, y'all. All right, let's get to this next and second to the last villain.
Come
on, man. Girl, I've been checking you out for a long time.
I know.
That motherfucking cane be staying away.
Can you just sit down? Who ain't more like
Fucking kids got
Why
you
is he
trying to
talking
fuck
to
with
me?
you.
Stop it!
Doggy strap. You never went home. I bet you Kane won't be laughing after 5 won't get a hold of this motherfucking tape. You bet that shit.
All right, now this is another one because you haven't seen Mrs. Society. So this is Chauncey.
I'm sitting here like, I see a lot of villains because was they just gonna let that man assault Jada and all them men is sitting there? I see a lot of villains.
Mrs. Society is it's a movie, okay? It's something. But so because you haven't seen it, so Chauncey, first was just like a little neighborhood, like a little like smoke, like a little hustler, drug dealer, mostly drug dealer type situation. Um, but he also was just kind of like a creep, you know, niggas really didn't fuck with him like that for real. And so Jada Pinkett was messing with the little young dude, the lead character child, I forget his name, Kane. She was messing with Kane, and that's the dude that ended up pistol whipping Chauncey. And so, like we saw in the
Wait,
other
so
clip,
he trying to assault Jada in front of her boyfriend?
yeah, after they had just finished having sex,
Whoa.
they had just got it on in the bedroom after that. I mean before that, and so Chauncey had got a hold of the surveillance tape or copy of it. And so, of course, Old Dog and Kane were on the tape, you know, killing the owners of the corner shop. And so Chauncey sent the tape to the feds to get Old Dog and Kane arrested.
Now wait,
So,
is this the same Clifton Powell character that tossed Lorenz Tate down the steps?
no, totally different one. I forgot these two
Okay.
are in the same movie. I mean, together in the movie, but just it's different
Okay.
movies. Yeah, yeah. He's just another villain. So, oh, okay. So Chauncey for me. Um, well, actually, let me ask you. So now that you have a little bit of a backstory on Chauncey, where would you put Chauncey?
Just from that scene alone, I'm putting him and all them niggas that ain't do nothing.
Oh,
Um, all the way at the top, and it be your own people.
oh,
Yeah, this sound correct. Clifton Powell. Oh my, I love you, brother. But Lord Jesus, you be playing some characters like the fact that like he finna really assault Jada and then the fact that he finna saw her in front of everybody, and then they just gonna sit there, and I wouldn't have stopped my man. Pistol whipped the out of him. Like I'm not. No, don't jump on him. Now, and then that's the thing that pissed me off too. Y'all ain't jump on old boy that's about to assault Jada, but y'all jumped on the boy that was pistol whipping him, trying to pull him off. Oh, yeah, Clifton Powell is icon. But yeah, I'm putting that in as all the way to the top. It be your own people.
yeah,
Clifton Powell, if he don't do nothing else, baby, he gonna play a villain.
yeah. He's a great actor. Honestly, he don't get his flowers like he should.
Oh, and
Chauncey
he
was
was a rat. He was a snitch too.
a snitch. He was a snitch. He saw they were sharing that tape all around the hood, which made Old Dog an idiot. You know, but for me, Chauncey, listen, y'all, listen. I'm gonna have to
Are you
justify my
finna
answer.
cake for him?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
But to me, Chauncey was just a hater. Because yes, he was a snitch. But listen, y'all,
and he
listen.
was a rapist.
Yeah, he was manhandling her. He was for sure.
No, that wasn't
Um,
manhandling. He was
he did,
assaulting that lady.
he did. You're very right about that. That's why I said I'm gonna have to
I feel
justify my
like that
answer.
scene was more triggering than the pool stick scene because the pool stick scene we ain't see nothing.
Mm.
That
I
was a
mean,
lot. That
you're
scene
right.
to me was a lot.
You're right. You're right. Um, but here's why for me, Chauncey is not diabolical. He's definitely a snitch. So Chauncey was a bitch ass nigga. Okay. And so because of that, he wasn't quite diabolical. He was a snitch. But also, if we being real, y'all, can we just be for real just for a second? Kane and O Dog were also villains in this movie. The only person that was even remotely innocent in this was Jada character and her son. That's it. Everybody else, old dog didn't kill somebody. Kane was an accessory. Kane done stumped out the girl's cousin that confronted him that he didn't possibly got pregnant. Chauncey was a snitch. Everybody was trash in this movie. So when we think of the hierarchy of the trash, it's gonna be a snitch in there. And so to me, Chauncey was just a hater because compared to Old Dog and what he did, I'm sorry, Chauncey
Did
was just,
old dog sexually assault anybody?
he probably did. It just wasn't.
Because that
Old Dog was
equals
a murderer.
diabolical.
Old Dog did a double homicide. No,
But
he
I'm
killed
like,
three
look,
people in the movie.
we're not comparing. If you essaying somebody, you diabolical.
I mean, that's true. Was that what? This so traumatized. Was this would be Jada?
Yeah, that was Jada.
Yeah, that was Jada. That was Jada. Yeah.
And I'm
So I
with you,
mean,
honestly. Give me my horror movies every day. Y'all be watching some traumatizing little black trauma movie. Give me my horror. Give me Freddie and Jason.
Kane did rob somebody. Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Stacy, Sharif, Ronnie, and Anthony. You're right. They all of them was cool, but everybody else just a hot ass mess in this movie.
Now, who is
Yeah.
Kane? Did we rank him?
No. So Kane is the main character of the movie. So he was the boy that was at the store when O-Dog shot the owners and the owner and his wife. So that was the one that was drinking the 40 ounce at the shop. So Kane, no, he's not necessarily a villain. He's just a damn fool.
And who was pistol whipping Clifton, but Powell, because he
Kane.
the hero. Oh, that was well.
Kane.
Kane ain't Kane ain't diabolical because he jumped.
Kane
He was the only person that jumped on him when he was assaulting Jada. So he ain't evil. Good thing he ain't on the list because I'm saying he a hero.
Yeah. Sharif didn't deserve to die. Y'all, I ain't seen Men Society in a long time, so I forgot about all the secondary characters. But no, we love Sharif. Sharif. Yeah, Sharif didn't deserve none of that. So Sharif in Don't Be a Menace was the character that was like my milk of magnesia. That was the character he was supposed to be. He's like the real like deep character, but he wasn't like that in this movie.
Now,
all
I
right,
love
y'all.
the Wayans brother version. That movie is iconic.
Listen, if you saw that, then you might as well just sing.
So it's the movie without the trauma.
Yeah, basically.
This what it's really like growing up in the hood.
Message. Yeah, I love that. All right, y'all. So we are to our last and final villain, y'all. I feel like we kind of saved the worst, maybe, or the best. No, we didn't, because Mary, we got to her, but we saved an interesting one for last. So let's get to this last and final villain.
The reason she can't go with this man or any other man is because she's sleeping with yours. Sheila, is it true?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Just trip short. Baby, go pack our stuff. We out of here. Whatever.
So we are rounding this out with raggedy ass Mike from Why Did I Get Married? You seen Why Did I Get Married?
I haven't seen it, but Event Horizon is my movie, and I love that actor. But I do know of the movie, and I've seen clips and stuff circulating. So I know he was like calling her the cow that jumped over the moon, and he did all kind of like diabolical stuff to his wife. He brought his mistress on the couple's trip. So I know the story. Not.
Oh my God, Mike and his bald head ass.
I love that actor though.
Listen, yeah. So where would you put Mike? I'm
gonna be honest with you. Mike is light work. He is a crappy husband. He was obviously super evil to Jill Scott, but I'm not scared of him. I'm putting him all the way to the bottom. I'll put him on the bottom tier because all you gotta do is get a little, put a little bass in your voice and talk. Like I feel like he would have been shook real easy. Like no, and yeah, he was a terrible husband. He cheated, but I feel like everything he did was light work. I can't call him a player hater. I'm just put him all the way to the bottom and say I'm not scared of him.
Okay. Fair enough.
Now hold on, now somebody wait. I might have to change. I didn't know he was abusive. He was beating up on her.
Emotional abuse.
Oh, emotionally abuse. Yeah, that's still abusive. You know what? I'm just not scared of him. But you know what? Let me not put him near my innocent victims. I'm gonna put him in the middle tier. I do feel like he light work, but he was abusive to his wife, so I put him up a little higher.
Yeah, he's terrible. Let's see. For me, I've definitely put him in diabolical. And I know it's harsh, but listen, he made her drive up a snowy mountain in the middle of a snowstorm by herself, while he rode on the plane with his mistress.
Now, why did he fly? He ain't want to pay for her ticket or something?
Right, because she was too big for the seat. So they said she would either have to buy a second seat. And so she would have to get off the plane. And so he said, well, you can drive up there. We'll meet you there.
Wow.
I
Okay.
said, huh, what? Oh no. So not only that, but then you brought your mistress. Well, I mean, it was her friend, but still, nonetheless, she was
Now,
there.
Keisha, how you put Clifton Powell rapist behind all the way down to the bottom, but you putting this guy all the way to the top?
Absolutely. 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 How you let that lady drive in a snowstorm up a mountain by herself? Then you having an affair with her best friend. Then you bring the heifer on the snow trip. And then you tell her you can have the rental unit. I know the crime is bad, but we put bars on the window. Excuse me, sir? What? What? Because listen, no. Like to me, Mike is diabolical. He is terrible. He did get cancer in part two was just anyway.
Was that supposed to be his comeuppance or something?
Yeah, I guess it's Tyler Perry. It's Tyler. Tyler. Okay, we got some discrepancies. Don't know where to put on this list. Diabolical, I guess. But him, maybe put him in bad guy. Yeah, not scared. But he has.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not scared of him. Like he poses no threat to me.
Well, I mean, unless you're in a relationship with him, then
he still don't pose no threat to me.
Fair enough.
He'll be the one walking up that mountain in the snow.
Listen. So that's where I put them at. So, guys, so that is our ranking of, and this is not all inclusive list. This is just a small snippet of the different villains we could have put in there. I see you guys kind of mentioning some that we could add on the list because there's so many that aren't even on here. But yeah, I hope y'all had a good time. Nikki, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for joining me over here on the channel. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the invite. This was fun. Thank you so much. I love this.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, before you leave out, please like the video. Again, subscribe to A Night of Horror. I'm going to update the description on this so you have a link to her channel. I don't know. It might even be in there. It probably is. I don't know. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. And to anybody that's from the Patreon, next week we will be having a Friday Night Friday bingo. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be doing a Zoom. If you want to participate in that, join the Patreon. It's only $1 to join and have access to all that good stuff. Join Nikki's membership over on her channel. She has great exclusive content for members only, which is understandable. So, support Black women creators. Subscribe to our channel, or you don't like Black women. Gaslighting.
I don't know. Why would you be here if you don't like Black women?
If you don't support Black women, just say that. I'm just kidding, guys. But thank you so much. And we are going to see you guys later for something else. Bye.